Welcome to our ultimate guide to the best seeds in Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock Edition. These are the full videos to the most popular seeds found so far this year. From insane mountain ranges to perfect survival spawns, rare structures, and everything in between. Whether you want beauty, challenge, or the perfect place to start a new world, this video has it all. With that, here's a detailed breakdown of every seed we're featuring today. And if you want to skip to a specific one, just check the timeline below and you can find the video segments there. Welcome back, everybody. Today we have 50 brand new Minecraft seeds you do not want to miss. Now we've got Bedrock and Java, and if you're looking for these seeds and coordinates, you'll find them all in the comments below. If I was a villager in Minecraft, I would choose this house to live at, as it's at Y level 250. Look at this, the rest of the village is all the way down here at the bottom of this cliff. And to make it even better, this house is on a floating island all the way up here as well. Overall, this is a super cool seed, and if you want to see 49 more just like that, make sure to stick around till the end of the video. I'm giving number 49 the Scenery of the Year award because this place is beautiful. In the middle is a 200 block long lake with cherry blossom trees surrounding you 360 degrees. And it really doesn't get more perfect than this. Oh God. Oh my God. No, please. Somebody help me. No, no. Oh, have a heart. Please. Oh my gosh. There he is. Oh my God. It's... The next 5 seeds on this list are going to be survival islands, and each one of these will have 2 villages on Java Edition. Seed 48 is a really large plains biome with plenty of space to build, and then of course 2 plains villages on it. Now all the way over here, there's also a large cave that leads straight into a floating mine shaft. This thing looks super cool. Number 46 has a village right there, a village right there, lots of plains and some sparse jungle over here, and then some really interesting terrain generation on this side. Like for real, what am I even looking at here? Number 45 is a much larger plains island, once again with one village over there. This one's huge and floating over top of the water, and then one all the way over here on this end as well. Number 44 is quite a bit bigger and more exciting than those last ones. Now, of course, again, this one has 2 villages on it, but also a pillager outpost over there. Now it's split between 3 separate islands, a really small one here, a large plains one for building, and then one over there with enough trees to gather all of your wood. And finally, number 5 has a plains village over here with a lot of space to build, and then follow this swamp biome and you're gonna find a a taiga village. There's a spruce biome with a taiga village on the end. So there you go, 5 unique seeds for you if you like spawning on survival islands with villages. Now again, of course, all of those seeds are going to work on Bedrock and Java, but those villages are going to be Java only. Number 42 has a similar vibe, but this time on Bedrock Edition. There's a nice desert island with 1 village over here that's floating over top of the water. Then if you come under the surface, you're going to find 2 mine shafts, an ancient city, and a stronghold directly underneath you. Then coming over here, you're also going to find another desert village, and this one takes up the entire island. Number 41 has one of the nicest spawn locations I've seen in Minecraft. Now this big mountain range here has rocky cliffs on one side and has snow all on this other side. Then in the middle, you're going to find a variety of different biomes and structures that you're going to be able to explore. And the craziest part is that's not even all. Moving further in this direction, you're going to find even more mountain ranges. And looking over here, you're going to find a huge plains area with tons of trees, big mountains, and so much space for building. I actually think this is the most beautiful Minecraft seed I've ever seen. It looks like it was handcrafted by Notch himself. So first things first, these mountains surrounding you are over 100 blocks tall and are littered with cherry blossom trees all on them. What's super cool is it fully closes you off from outside. And then of course, the main thing, the village in the center that's floating over top of this lake. And let me ask you guys a question. Are you really gonna look at this seed and not play on it? Look at it, look at it! These 2 mountain ranges make up some of the most beautiful landscape I've seen in Minecraft. You've got 1 mountain on the left, 1 mountain on the right, and then a nice big ravine cutting right through the middle of them. Oh my gosh, imagine building a bridge across. Oh, number 38 spawns you right on the top of this cliff island. The reason I say cliff island is because there are cliffs around 360 degrees of this island. Literally every single side. There's even 3 types of wood on the top: birch, oak, and spruce. Then moving further in this direction, you've got another large island, this one with an old growth forest, more mountains, and even more cliffs. Number 37 is definitely the most survival friendly island I've seen. I mean, look at this. Cherry blossom forest in the middle, lots of trees on one side, and the whole other half of the island is completely open for you to build. And if you switch over into Java Edition, there's a village on here as well, making this island even better. Are you ready for the most beautiful view you've ever seen? Oh my gosh, take a look at this. This village has the most perfect view of these 200 block tall mountains with ice on the top and cherry blossom trees. And trust me, that's only the beginning of this seed, but where would the fun be in me showing it all to you? You're gonna have to try it out for yourself. Number 35 is the perfect beach getaway. Although I don't know if these guys are ever gonna get away, as it looks like their ship broke while they were trying to get here. However, they seem to have done a pretty well job surviving, making an entire village here, especially considering there's no other islands around you. Although maybe if these villagers came here with that boat and they haven't crafted it to leave, they like it here. So I think you'd probably like it too. Seed 34 gives 4 pillager outposts at it. Not 1, not 2, 4 of them. It's like they want us to suffer. I love how all 4 of these pillager outposts are in a square and separated by some body of water. Hey, I've got a challenge for you guys. Loot only the village and the Netherrune portal and see if you can take out all 4 of the pillager outposts. Have you ever thought to yourself, I love strongholds, but I wish they had 2 portals? No? Well, maybe some of us have, searching forever when we can't find them. If you don't think that, I don't really care. Come to this stronghold, dig straight down, and you're gonna land in a second stronghold room. Both of these portals spawned practically on top of each other, which I think is the craziest part of this whole thing. There's also a trial chambers really nearby if you want to explore something else too. All right, this wasn't even supposed to be part of the seed, but just looking around, I found this area. First of all, there's an exposed mob spawner that overlooks this huge cave. Look at this thing. Lush cave for roof, water, and lava. Oh my gosh, and it just keeps going on forever. Diamonds! Diamonds! Number 32 is a pretty simple one, but I thought it had a great spawn location. Now you spawn right on the edge of this snowy hill, and looking over here, you see a really big old growth taiga forest. Personally, spruce is my favorite wood to build with, so I'd love to make a house around here. Plus, there's a center island of spruce trees here with water surrounding it. This is so cool. Overall, a pretty simple seed, but you could kind of just sit back, live a forest life, and play some Minecraft. Okay, I don't know where these seeds were during my 2-week Minecraft phase, but this is perfect. What? There's a small pond down here and a bigger, deeper pond over there. There's also this infinity-shaped cherry blossom mountain range. This is the perfect seed. Oh, don't tell me. Oh my gosh, it gets even better. There's a village in here too, and it's climbing up this side. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. There's also some exposed caves over here that cut straight through the mountain. I mean, it just keeps getting better. Like for real, the more I look around, I'm just finding more stuff. This seed is perfect. Okay, do you guys think this is a normal igloo? I mean, it looks pretty normal. Let's check it out. Okay, so nothing weird about it yet. Maybe it is just a normal igloo. Maybe this seed is just an igloo seed. You never know. Pick a side. What is? Yep. Okay. So looking through here, there's a mob spawner. It kind of cuts into the igloo, or the igloo cuts into it. I don't know which it was, but the villagers, they're dead. They're not here anymore. Okay, since when did villagers start getting the most perfect building locations? Oh my gosh. So this one is built on the side of this pond or lake, whatever you want to call this, with 200 block tall mountains all the way over there. If you want to build a lake house, or honestly a house floating over top of the water, I mean, this would probably be the most perfect backdrop for that. There's even some big caves in the side of these mountains too. I mean, oh my gosh. If you're an elite Minecraft player and strongholds are just too easy for you now, well, this will make it a little bit more difficult. This ancient city is literally touching the stronghold, and the portal room is right through that wall, so it's super close to the portal of this too. But trust me, that is not it. Flying up into the chunk-based view, you can see there's 8 ancient cities all within 1,000 blocks of each other. Can you explore them all? Seed number 27, it looked like someone parked their ship on the beach. That's actually pretty convenient. Wait, can I steal this? Hold on, how do I drive? Wait, do you drive a boat? Sail a boat? I don't know, I'm getting off topic. This shipwreck is fully intact and on the land, Maybe the captain's coming back soon, who really knows? X marks the spot for this village survival island that you spawn on, and this thing is perfect. It gives you enough space to build, along with a couple of trees, and then a village that is going all the way from one side to the other, and the same thing over there. Or I guess it could also be a plus. Plus X? Is it a plus or an X? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Hey, really quickly, we're only halfway done this video and still have 25 incredible seeds to come on this list. Really quickly though, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to not miss any new seeds found by the community. With that, let's get into number 25. This seed is super cool. It's a glitch in Minecraft Bedrock called a repeating seed. Are you ready for this? Well, if you see one thing that you like, there's gonna be infinite of them. Literally spawner, 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 literally forever. It is a repeating seed. I mean, for real, look at how many mob spawners there are here. This is crazy. But the coolest part is that's not just for the mob spawners. That's for everything in and around this area. If you like dripstone, boom, this dripstone cave is literally gonna go on forever. If you like geodes, well then there's a couple of those as well. Hey, a diamond. 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 What's a good seed video without one of Bedrock's things? I mean, they keep popping up. I don't know how this keeps happening. Now, this one has a zombie village floating over the water. I'm not too surprised it's a zombie village because who would want to live right next to a mansion and a 75 block tall pillager outpost? And then of course above that, there's 4 huge floating islands with water flowing all the way down. Oh yeah, there's also an upside down shipwreck completely floating over top of the mansion. Now this whole thing is sitting in one small pond surrounded by mountains and forest, and I mean Bedrock, what are we doing here? What? How did you get up here? How did you get all the way up here? I swear the longer this video goes on, the better these seeds get because oh my gosh, look at this Badlands biome. My favorite part is the river that's cutting through the entire thing as well. Then coming over here, you're also gonna find a big mountain range with some of these mountains peaking at Y level 300. Now there's a bit of Badlands over here, but then all the way over there, there's some dense forest with some stone peaks as well. Overall, a very, very cool seed with so many areas to explore. Number 22, we're going back to another cherry blossom ring. This one is super flat on the inside, giving you tons of space to build. But what I think is even cooler than that is the 1, 2, 3 villages that are right outside on Bedrock. And there's a large nether ruined portal right here on the side as well. Now, coming over here, you're gonna find another nice little building area if you don't wanna build inside of the cherry blossom circle. Guys, I wasn't joking. The seeds are getting better as the video's going on. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. It's another snowy mountain range, this time with some of the mountains peaking at Y level 270. At the base of the snow, you can see a ton of spruce trees. There's also pale garden, dark oak, and a meadow here for space to build. And for real, this is one of the most beautiful backgrounds I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Imagine this being out your window. This would be awesome. Wow, this is some beautiful scenery. Oh, this looks so
Hi, BlazedMC.
Oh, what? Oh, hi, BlazedMC. How's it going? It's going good, BlazedMC. Thanks for asking. Oh, what? No, BlazedMC. So yeah. Ignoring that, this seed is pretty simple, nice if you just want to chill out and play some Minecraft. If you load up number 19 and come to the coordinates in the top left right now, open up this chest here, you're gonna find an enchanted golden apple. Now, if you grab that wait, what? Efficiency 1. This is an efficiency 1 enchanted golden apple, an illegal item in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't actually mine things quicker at all. So that would be pretty cool, but I don't know, just a pretty cool glitch. Right when you spawn in on number 18, you're greeted with 3 structures, a pillager outpost, a village, and a nether ruined portal. This village also has a blacksmith right here, which is pretty cool. And if you come down inside of this cave, there are a few villagers' houses all the way down here. Wow, it's a big dripstone cave too. Aw, these poor guys. Now flying further in this direction, there's a ton of terrain over here for you to build as well. It has these tall plain mountains all over here with space to build, a village, and an interestingly shaped ravine. Number 17 is pretty simple. 2 spawners, both of them skeleton spawners, so you can have a twice efficient skeleton farm, and you've also got 4 chests worth of loot. Pretty good area. Yeah, that's a lot of skeletons. Seed number 16 spawns you right near some beautiful 150 block tall mountains, along with a really cool sky exposed cave. I love these, they're so pretty. You've got a water ravine at the bottom, grass in the middle, and icy peaks at the top. Okay, wait, going deeper into this cave, check this thing out. Oh my gosh, this cave is over 75 blocks tall. Oh my gosh, and it goes so far down too. Tons of mobs, tons of ores, and so many things to explore. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Now coming over to the coordinates in the top left, there's also a village with 3 separate blacksmiths at it. And if you go underneath that, you're inside of a stronghold. So yeah, a lot of things that you can do at this seed. You're not going to get bored. Seed number 15 not only has a huge plains biome, but also some beautiful mountains in front of you. Okay, first of all, to this, I mean, you literally have infinite space. You're never going to run out. Then coming over here, this first mountain peaks at Y level 220, all the way up there. And if you follow it over, there's this. Oh my gosh, look at this. So there's snowy taiga on the top, birch and oak in the middle, split evenly, and some cherry blossom trees over here. I mean, wow, this is crazy. This whole seed is crazy. Okay, I'm feeling ready to kill the Ender Dragon. And all I have to do is find the portal room, but I don't know where it is. There's like a mine shaft mixed with this strong. Oh, what? Aww. Like, what is this? Mine shaft, no. Okay, one more cherry blossom ring for number 13. They just keep getting better. Now this one here is over 650 blocks long, so you'll never run out of space. Then there's also a light blue pond right here and a darker blue pond over there as well. In other words, one shallow end and one deep end with a lot of plains around it for doing whatever you want to do. This whole seed, absolutely beautiful. I'm in love with this one. Coming in at number 12, this one here has some even more beautiful terrain. First of all, you've got a pale garden forest right here surrounded by some meadow hills. And then looking behind that, you've got a really large birch forest with some mountains behind that. And then this really cool island that's surrounded by a full circle moat of water. Okay, well, I might have lied. It's not a full circle moat, but it still looks cool, okay? And I mean, just look at this terrain. I mean, it just goes on forever too. So many places to build here. Okay, the terrain on this whole seed is absolutely crazy. First of all, over here, there's one large mountain that peaks at Y level 250. And then behind that, there's a bunch of mountains that are even taller than that one. Then looking behind you, there's another large mountain there, another smaller one right there, and a ravine cutting straight through the middle of it all. I mean, so many cool places to build. So many places to explore. This seed has everything. This village in Bedrock Edition picked the perfect spawn location. Look at the views from up here. As you can see, some of the village is at the bottom, and then some of it is climbing all the way up here to the very top at Y level 210. And this weird cliff thing is super cool too. It kind of makes like legs or something. I don't know, but you can go straight through the middle. Hey, this would be a pretty neat building location. Look at this. Oh my gosh. There's even some village here too, some crops. This is perfect. If you want to play on a cliff, survival island, and mountain seed, then here you go. Number 9 is the perfect one, with big cliffs all around the side on a survival island with a large 150 block tall mountain in the middle. This thing is awesome, and it gives the perfect centerpiece for the island. On top of that, there's a little ravine that cuts between that island and a small hill over here. Then coming over to the side of the island, you're gonna find more caves, cliffs, and different islands that you can explore. And then coming over to the side by the mountain, this cliff wall is completely vertical for about 100 blocks. There's also a bunch of other islands in the near distance, but I'm not gonna show those to you. You're gonna have to check it out for yourself. If that island was too easy for you, the number 8 should be much better, with a lot of plains over here to build and some interesting generation over there on that side. It's also only got one tree here in the middle and some over there, but that's besides the point. Then coming over into Java Edition, there's also a village and a nether ruined portal back there with a mending gold hoe in it, which is pretty cool. Hey, what the? Where'd my village go? My village, no! No! Yeah, so as you can see, there's literally not a single villager house above the ground. There's one right here, but other than that, you come down this cave and all of them are right at the bottom of this dripstone cave. This is super cool. Get him. Get him. Get him. Now looking further in this direction, there's also a village over here that's partially climbing up the side of this cliff. Seed number 6 has a nice snowy mountain circle with a cherry blossom forest in the middle, but it gets exciting once you look around that area. Now, as you can see around that, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 villages all around this one circle here. And look at this thing looks so cool. So not only do you have a great place to build with some beautiful background, but you also have the loot from 4 separate villages. I mean, come on, what more can you ask for? The perfect snow getaway for number 5. These mountains that are surrounding you are over 150 blocks tall. And as you can see, they surround a really large snowy taiga forest down there in the middle. I mean, seriously, like, look at how tall these are. If you love forests, not only will this give you plenty of wood, but also the perfect background all around you. Literally 360 degrees. This is awesome. And the bird's eye view of this seed is even better. It just makes you want to play it even more. All right, I get it. Cold's not your thing. Well, here you go. A beautiful landscape for you to build that doesn't involve much snow. So first of all, there's this really nice plains biome here that's super secluded. As you can see, it's surrounded by forest and some mountains to give you a beautiful background. I mean, you're literally surrounded 360 degrees. This is awesome. And once again, check out the bird's eye shot of this seed. It is the perfect building location. All right, we've seen snow, we've seen plains. Let's now switch it up to water. If you love water, this is the one for you. Now, as you can see, there's a large lake here in the middle surrounded by these big cliffs that range anywhere from 50 to 100 blocks tall. In the side of the walls, you can find a bunch of types of ores as well as a bunch of caves, giving you a lot of resources with a really good building location. Then looking up from that, you're also going to find a ton of different biomes and places that you can explore. Like for real, look at this. Mountains in the background, a huge spruce forest, a big cave, and a village over there in Bedrock Edition. Number 2 has a very questionably shaped mountain range. Once again, like a lot of the other seeds on this list, these mountains are 150 blocks tall, and they surround you 360 degrees, giving you great views and great protection from the outside world. Now, of course, on the inside is a large meadow biome, giving you tons of space to build, and some caves in here as well. And once again, there are some spruce trees halfway up the mountain, not only making it look super cool, but also giving you a ton of wood and resources. Then moving further in this direction, you're going to find another completely different type of mountain range, both really close to each other with a nice plains biome and a village in between them. And coming in at number 1, we have once again a very interesting jumble of structures here. So there's a village, a mansion, and then a pillager outpost with a nether ruin portal inside of it. There's also a shipwreck on top of the mansion, and of course, this is all sitting over top of one small frozen lake. Now, coming underneath the water, you can also see a lot of the mansion and the pillager outpost made it down here. Now, this lake goes down to Y level -45 and has a ton of exposed ores that you can mine. You gotta love Bedrock generation, because without it, we wouldn't have crazy seeds like this one. And with that, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And as well, I'd recommend checking out one of the videos on your screen right now for even more great content. Welcome back, everybody. These are some of the best survival island seeds for your world. We've got 5 big islands, 5 small islands, and 5 crazy islands for you today. Sit back, relax, and let's start off with the big islands. Number 15 is this large survival island with a huge mountain in the middle. Now, this mountain here peaks at Y level 280, which is absolutely crazy. It's made of a bunch of stone, and then coming down one side, you've got some plains trees, and on the other side, you've got a badlands biome. Now, something else cool underneath this mountain are a ton of exposed ores and some really big caves that you're going to be able to explore. There are so many things in this seed, I really just can't show it all in one video. Plains ravines, nether ruin portals, vertical cliffs, and a ton of coral reef surrounding you. This seed is absolutely incredible. The main thing number 15 was missing was a bunch of structures, and if that's what you want, then seed 14 will be perfect for you with 1, 2, 3 villages in this small area. So look, on this big island over here, there's 2 villages on it. And then coming over to a smaller island here, there's 1 village, and it's the only thing on here, which is pretty cool. Now this island also has a ton of space for you to build, as well as some rocky beaches, some sandy beaches, and a nice cherry blossom biome in the middle of it all. 3 villages, 2 islands, biomes, caves, and space to build. What more can you possibly ask for? Moving over to Java Edition for number 13, this big island here has 2 separate pillager outposts on it. Now, one of my favorite things about this island is you have so much space to build around these pillager outposts, assuming you can survive them, of course. I mean, for real, just coming down to one of the pillager outposts, look at how many pillagers are in this one area. And that's only one of them. There's a second pillager outpost too. Now coming all the way down to this end, you're also going to have a bunch of trees for wood. And if I didn't mention, you also spawn on this island. And there's not much land nearby, so good luck escaping this one alive. Now, number 12, on the other hand, I promise you are not going to want to leave. This island is huge and has so many different places to explore. Now, of course, coming over here to the main attraction, you have a really big icy mountain range here with a ton of spruce trees in the middle. Now, this mountain here peaks at Y level 250, and it has a pillager outpost all the way at the top. I mean, seriously, this is the perfect spot for this pillager outpost. I like to imagine it's some sort of watchtower for whatever they're hiding here. Now again, similar to those last seeds, this one has so many places to explore, you're not even going to want to leave this island. Biomes, huge cliffs, caves, and so many more things. This seed really has it all. Stick in here with me for number 11. I promise you're not going to want to miss this one. Now this cliff island here is over 100 blocks tall. And if you haven't already noticed, one side is completely hollowed out with a really big lush cave. Look at this, it literally has 2 layers. One up here and then one down here, and this area is beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this. It cuts all the way from one side of the island all the way out to the other. But this island just keeps getting cooler because you've also got some jungle and some bamboo jungle up here at the top. What are the chances of that? Now this island here isn't the only cool part of this seed though, because looking over here, you're also going to find another huge land area with a ton of cliffs, big mountains, and different biomes for you to explore. That's it for the 5 big survival islands. We're now going to move on to the complete opposite 5 small survival islands. But right before we do that, if you're enjoying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. With that, let's move on to number 10, this quad shipwreck survival island. Look at this, one island with 4 shipwrecks, one on every corner of the island. And the coolest part is every single shipwreck is completely different. This one is fully intact. This one is half a ship lying on its side. This one is half a ship and completely upright. And then this one over here is a full ship but on its side. This island is so unique. And on top of that, can you imagine how much loot you're going to be able to get from 4 separate shipwrecks right off spawn? Add that on top of a couple trees and a ton of space to build. This island is so cool. Number 9 is a large plains biome with a single tree on it. This is awesome. Look at this. It's pretty flat, so you have plenty of space to build. It's mostly plains with a tiny bit of desert on the sides. And like I mentioned, literally one single tree. This is giving off the same vibes as Skyblock, just in island form, completely surrounded by water. Look at this. There's no land anywhere nearby. So this could be a pretty fun one. Spawn in, break the tree, and either escape off the island or survive here for as long as possible. If you like that last seed, but it just wasn't big enough, then here you go. This seed is going to be much better. As you can see, this one has a bigger plains biome in the middle and some bigger beaches along the sides. Also, instead of one tree, it has a lot more trees and a couple different types of wood. Again, like I mentioned, very similar to that last seed, this time just with more. More biomes, more trees, more caves, and more things to explore. But that's not all. Mine some trees, get in a boat, and come over to these coordinates in the top left, and you're gonna find another nice sized biome with way more things to do. Now this one has a savanna, birch and oak forest, a jungle all the way over there, an acacia village, and a nether ruined portal all together on these 2 islands. Now it's also got a nice little water passageway cutting through the middle. There are so many things that you can do here. Number 7's island kind of looks like a yin yang. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? This island has a nice birch forest that wraps around the outside, and then in the middle is a smaller island with a couple more trees on it. Now it's also got rivers surrounding this as well, and I think this would be the perfect place to build a little lake house. And look over here, there's also a little ravine cutting through the island. This thing looks super cool. Now, personally, I think this seed would be great if you just want to play some Minecraft, slow down, and have some fun. Number 6, the final small island one. This is absolutely perfect. Look at how awesome this island is. You got some desert over here, you've got some trees, and then a weird vertical wall. I don't know what's going on over there, but this island is super flat. Look at this. The difference from the top to the bottom is literally a single block, so you'll have tons of space to build here. There is also literally no land around you for thousands and thousands of blocks. You've got a couple animals, a couple different types of trees, but overall nothing too special, which honestly is my favorite part of this island. And just like that, the big islands and the small islands are done. We're now gonna move on to the absolutely crazy islands, starting off with seed number 5. This island has 6 separate structures at it. A pillager outpost, nether ruined portal, and a village on the surface. Then underneath you also have a trial ruins, a trial chamber, and a stronghold. And then coming right off the island, there's even a 7th structure, a shipwreck right over there. Now, if you're somebody that hates searching for all of the cool types of structures, this seed is perfect, and mix that in with a survival island. This one is absolutely crazy. Now, one of the only structures that this island is missing is a mansion. So let's move on to number 4 with not 1, but 2 mansions on one island. Look at this thing, it's crazy. 1 mansion on that side, 1 mansion on that side, and so many different things in between the 2 of them. Now, most of it is dark oak, but you've also got some snow mixed in there, some pale gardens, and a bunch of mushroom trees. Now, in between those 2 mansions coming underground, you're gonna find a nice sized cave with a single tree down here somehow. Part of the mansion is even underneath here too, and if you keep going deeper, you're gonna find a nice sized lush cave for you to explore. Now, moving further in this direction, you're also gonna have a nice little lake cutting through the whole island with a nether ruin portal down here at the bottom. So yeah, overall, a really cool seed. I love how there's 2 mansions and they're on the same island. Once you finish one, you can go straight into another one. Think of all of the loot that you can get from these. Number 3 is the least looking island on this list, if that makes sense. This weird island peaks at Y level 150. And I'm not even really sure what I'm looking at here. In the middle, you've got a bunch of 50 block tall pillars with trees on top. What is going on here? You've also got a bunch of floating islands up here and some lush cave that's not even in a cave. Like, really, I'm not even sure what I need to say. I think building down here could be pretty cool, but like, what am I even looking at here? And once again, similar to some of the other seeds, you've got a bunch of different types of islands, each one with different shapes and sizes. And I'm not going to show them to you because where would the fun be in that? You're going to have to check them out for yourself. Look, this one is literally just a plains island with nothing on it. This is awesome. The 4th crazy island on this list is a pillager outpost and a village taking up literally every square inch of this island. There's not a single piece of it that's not taken up by the structures. Now, unfortunately, you don't spawn on this island, so I'm wondering if you're going to be able to make it here and kill the pillagers before they're able to completely clear out the villagers. No, stop it! Stop it, please! However, this island is only the start of this seed. First of all, looking over in this direction, you're going to have another island with a big mangrove forest and a village on it over there as well. Then looking over here, you're also going to have another smaller island and an ocean ruins on the side here. However, if you come to the actual spawn of this seed, you're first of all going to spawn next to whatever this generation is over here. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at, but also you're going to have 2 separate villages and 2 desert temples nearby. The 5th and final crazy island seed on this list is this one. And I know what you're thinking, hold on, this doesn't look too crazy, but it gets crazy when you look around this island. So looking around that island, you're going to find literally every single overworld biome in the game within 1,000 blocks of it. This is absolutely crazy. I think this island would be perfect if you love survival islands, but you also love having all of the types of biomes super accessible to you. Well, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And I'd recommend checking out the video on your screen right now for even more great content. In today's video, we're going over 15 of the best new island seeds in Minecraft Bedrock and Java Edition. We've got tall islands, big islands, structure islands, and everything in between. And by the way, if you want to find the seeds and coordinates, you can find them in the comments below. With that, let's start off with seed number 15, which is a super cool cliff island with 2 separate structures on it. The first one is a village all the way down here at the bottom that climbs up to the top of the island. And obviously right beside that, there's also a pillager outpost. This is super cool. Now, aside from those 2 structures, what I also love about this island is the cliff goes around it 360 degrees. So there's no real good way to get up and down other than this water stream right here. Maybe that's how the villagers get up, but I don't really know what their plan is. Now, on top of both of those structures, if you come underneath of the island, you're also going to find an ancient city right below you. Seed number 14 is a very interesting one, and honestly, I don't even know what I can say about it. The entire island is just a pillager outpost surrounded by coral reef. How did you get out here? Now, unfortunately, you don't actually spawn on this island, if I can even call it that. But I think it'd be a fun challenge to come out here, go into survival mode, and see if there's any way you can escape. I don't even know. I mean, there's some land close by, but I don't think you're going to make it very far. If you want a cool island that you might make it pretty far on, well, then here you go. This one is not a pillager outpost island, but a village island. It's the only thing here, and it's fully floating over top of the water once again, which is just super, super cool. And also, similar to that last seed, once again, it's surrounded by a bunch of coral reef, and honestly, this whole island, it's perfect. It's the perfect location. Now, unlike that last one, there is a little bit of land nearby, but either way, it's still a really cool solo village survival island that's going to give you, honestly, all the resources you're going to need. And really quickly, that's only 3 of 15 incredible survival island seeds on this list, so make sure to stick around for that. And let's move on to seed number 12. Now, I know this isn't the traditional survival island that you guys are always thinking of, but it's still an island, and honestly, I think it's still pretty cool. So there's this little plains area in the middle that's surrounded by a nice moat of water, and then also some 50-block tall mountains surrounding that. Now, you're also going to find a bunch of oak and birch trees over here, and then a bunch of cherry blossom trees on that side. And honestly, I think this whole area just looks super, super cool. Yeah, honestly, that's about it. But just looking down here, you will have great views from all sides. And this does give you quite a bit of building room, so it is a pretty cool survival island. I guess you could call it that. Oh, look at this. It kind of looks like a heart as well. That's kind of cool. Coming over into Java Edition for number 11 and keeping a similar vibe, this one is a little more interesting than the last one, however. A much bigger island, still surrounded by water, but as you can see, the whole thing is populated by a village. Now, what I love about this one is not only is the village up here, but it's also floating over top of the water. So if you want, you could live up here with the villagers. You could come over to some of these houses and you could fish off of the docks. And if you didn't want to live on this island at all, you can follow their natural village path that they've made over to the mainland, where you could build over here and still be connected with the villagers. Now as well, there is a pillager outpost right off in the distance that's going to add a little bit more excitement. And something else I want to mention, this seed is also going to work in Bedrock Edition. It's just not going to have the cool structures, unfortunately. Number 10 is a really big mushroom field island, and it's so big, we have to go a little bit higher. All right, well, let's see. 200 blocks into the air, it keeps going, and we're not even high enough yet. 500 blocks up now, and we're still not there. We can't see the entire island. We're coming up past 1,000 blocks now, and looking around, I still am not able to see the entire island. And keep in mind, this is on the max render distance of 96 chunks. So yeah, You guys get the point. This island here is absolutely huge. There's no way you're going to be able to explore this whole thing. Oh yeah, and something else. There's also over 40 ocean monuments surrounding that one area. Good luck exploring them all. For seed number 9, this island is just a little bit taller than that last seed, peaking at Y level 270. Can you imagine boating randomly in your world and just running into this? Like, oh my gosh, this thing looks so cool from down here. But it's definitely a better idea to come all the way up here to the top. I mean, the views from up here are absolutely insane. Take a look at this. And I've got a challenge for you guys. Do you remember that old minigame Dropper that we all used to play? Well, this one kind of has a natural dropper. If you come up to this point and jump down here, you can try to thread the needle and fall down to the water. There you go. And if you didn't notice, that drop is over 220 blocks. This whole island is so funny. If one island wasn't enough for you, then seed number 8 will be perfect with 2 separate large islands right beside each other. Now, personally, this island over here is actually my favorite one. Now, on the top, you can see it's got some cherry blossom trees, some nice snowy mountains, and then a bunch of space to build. And of course, as you can see, also a village here. Now, this village is partly on the land and partly over top of the water, but that's not even the coolest part. If you come underneath the island, you're also going to find a mine shaft, an ancient city, and a stronghold over here. Oh yeah, and right off the shore of that island, you're also going to find an ocean monument. Moving over to this second island, this one is almost fully jungle. So it's got jungle trees over there. It's got sparse jungle right there. It's got some rocky mountains. It has big cliffs. It even has large jungle ravines cutting between the mountains. I mean, this thing is so cool. And add that on top of the fact that both of these islands are right beside each other. Truly a one-of-a-kind island seed. Island number 7 has 3 separate structures all on this one island right on top of each other. It's got a village that takes up a lot of the island, with the pillager outpost over on the plains, and then right in the middle is the tiniest little swamp with the witch's hut inside as well. Oh no, this guy, oh my god, he's getting double teamed. Now it is a little swim away from your spawn, but it's only about 500 blocks, so it shouldn't take too long to get out here. This island here has to be the best little spawn getaway I've ever seen. It's got trees here that you can gather. It's got beach all along the sides. And then right here in the middle, there's also a little like U-shape of water, making the perfect pond. And my favorite part, like I mentioned, you spawn on the island. So you don't even have to travel to get here. You just look over and you already have the best building location put right in front of you. Right before we get into island number 5, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to not miss any new seeds that are found by the community. Now, taking a look on this island, it's mostly going to be savanna this time. And then over here, you've also got an acacia village and a little bit of beach. Now, what I love about this one, other than the tons of space to build with the ravine cutting straight in the middle, but also over on this village, it's part in that biome, part on the beach, and it's partly floating over top of the water. They're also bridging out over to a coral reef. They really couldn't decide which biome they wanted to live in, so they just chose all of them. All right, personally, I think island number 4 might be my favorite one, and I don't know what it is about it, but I just love the way that it looks. So first of all, I love how the village starts at one side, climbs all the way up and back down and goes to the other side. And as well, it's really cool how there's a village platform on every level. So there's one right here, flying up, there's one right there, and then there's a third one all the way at the top here. And honestly, this guy knows what's up. I mean, look at the view he has from up here. Look at this, it even wraps around the back too. It's so funny because this mountain peaks at Y level 150. So it's 100 blocks tall as well. It's so funny. And on top of all of that, there's even a hole that cuts straight through the middle of the island as well. It actually goes 4 ways through. It goes 4 ways through. It's a hollow island. Taking it back to Java Edition for number 3, and this one was too cool not to show. Now, this island is really big and has a bunch of different biomes in it that you're going to be able to explore. But of course, the main attraction is this mansion all the way over here. And as you can see, part of it is leaning off the side of this 120 block tall cliff. And as you can see, as a result, a lot of it stretched all the way down to the water level, right beside an exposed cave with lush cave. This whole thing is so cool. Not only do you have a great view out, but you've also got a great view in. This would be a perfect building spot. Or I guess you could also just build literally anywhere else on this island, but still cool nonetheless. A mangrove swamp island for this one. And that's kind of weird to say because mangrove swamps are kind of just trees and water. So there's not even much island. Like, I know it looks like a lot, but if you come down here, like, there's not very many blocks for you to do anything with. And what I think is even cooler than the swamp is the coral reef ring that is surrounding it. It's so perfect. And finally, coming in at seed number 1, it spawns you right on this horseshoe-shaped island. That's kind of fun to say, horseshoe-shaped. But what's even cooler, look at this inner ring. There's birch. And then the outer ring is a bunch of oak trees. And then outside of that is going to be some plains and some sparse jungle over there. Now, the coolest part about this whole thing is that's not even the cool part of this seed. Coming to the coordinates in my top left, you can see a double mansion island. Actually, technically 2 islands, each mansion with their own separate half. Although they're very similar. I mean, this one over here is a little bit bigger with some stuff back there. And this one over here is a bit smaller, but what I love doing in this one is actually coming inside of the mansion and looking out the window at the other one. Because honestly, it just looks so cool. Like, can you imagine finally defeating one mansion and then you take a look and you have a second one to battle and there's even a moat in between the 2 of them. So maybe they're battling each other, who knows? And also, who knows why this video didn't have more seeds, but if you do want to see some more, check out the video on your screen right now. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. This is the last seed video that you're gonna need to watch. We've got 15 brand new Minecraft seeds that are perfect for building in your world. So sit back, relax, and let's start off with number 15. Now, normally for these videos, I show you around the seed, but honestly, I think this one speaks for itself. Check out these shots and how beautiful this first seed is. Now, number 15, you'll find max height mountains everywhere for thousands of blocks with huge ravines cutting between them. So many types of mountains, caves, and this is your spawn. Like, if you don't even want to travel, you don't have to. Your spawn is beautiful. Speaking of which, number 14 is the same beautiful. Look at this seed, a cherry blossom ring surrounding plains, a lake, and a central village on an island there. Now, I know this is a best building locations video, but you don't really have to build because this village has already picked literally the perfect location. And trust me, that right there is just the beginning. Turning around, you've also got plenty of plains if you don't want to build on the inside there. You've also got tons of villages, pillager outposts, mountains, and different things that you can explore. Number 13 has a single village island with 4 blacksmiths at it. What are the chances of that? Now, unfortunately, you don't spawn on this island. You're a short swim away, but honestly, it doesn't even matter because once you get here, look at the loot that you can get from 4 blacksmiths. On top of that, there's an ocean ruins mixed in here and a nether ruin portal floating over the water. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is a little pack to build, which is why you have your little plot of land over here. Perfect for building a house and then connecting your path over towards the village. Oh, you thought that was it? No. Let me just hop into spectator mode really quickly. Boom! Stronghold right underneath that area. I mean, for real, it's like really close to the surface too. I love it. But wait, there's even more. You can go into this chest, grab the obsidian and the flint and steel, and light the nether portal without having to do anything. And in the nether, you're also going to find a nether fortress and a bastion all within 1,000 blocks of going through the portal. All right, if that's getting a little too hectic for you, let's slow things down with a nice little plains biome. You've got some mountains off there in the distance, some space to build at the bottom, and then right here, you've also got a little island surrounded by a moat of water. Now, aside from that, there's also a bunch of forests nearby, so you can get a lot of wood and even more plains biome with rivers and lakes, and this area goes on forever. Oh yeah, and also if you come over into Java Edition, there's a village on this center island and a pillager outpost all the way over there. Overall, just a very simple seed, but honestly, that's my favorite part about it. Now, on the complete opposite side of that, for number 11, this bamboo generation peaks at Y level 260. Oh my gosh, what am I even looking at here? I mean, like, I don't even really know what to say. There's a ton of bamboo jungle up here. It's a pretty far drop down, but if you decided to build your house up here, you'd have some pretty good views of the area. And look at this, like I mentioned, this very top piece of bamboo here, Y level 261. And oh my gosh, check out the view from up here. Whee! Seed number 10 has a lot of beautiful terrain, but we're gonna start off right here. A nice icy mountain circle with meadow in the middle and 2 separate villages inside. Now, as you can see, this place is really flat, so it gives you tons of space to build. It also has great mountain views of all sides. And, like I said, 2 villages. This one over here has a blacksmith, and then this one over here is climbing up the side of one of the mountains. Hey, screw building, I might just take this house. Look at this, it's already got great views of the mountains. Or you could stay up here with all of the animals. I mean, oh my gosh, they have a great view as well. Now, if that makes you too claustrophobic, you can come over to this plains biome right here. Now, it's got tons of space to build with some cherry blossom trees around the side, and then multiple mountains giving you great views. And if you don't like either of those building locations, you can come between these 2 mountains, which create a really cool ravine cutting through the middle of them. Overall, a really cool seed with a lot of building potential. And if you're enjoying this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases just like this one. Now for number 9, there's too many things to show you here, so let's give you a little tour. So starting over here by the water, you've got some 100-block tall cliffs, followed by some 100-block tall mountains, and this gives you the perfect landscape for building. But I promise that is just the beginning. Looking over here, there's a bunch of cliff islands, and then looking in this direction, you've got a large plains biome with more mountains over there in the distance. Now moving past the cliffs onto the land, you're gonna find even more mountain ranges, even more biomes, and more things that you can explore, but I'm gonna let you explore them because where's the fun in me showing it all to you? Okay, for number 8, we're keeping the vibe of cliffs and mountains, but this one is just completely different from the last seed. Now, first of all, these cliffs here are much taller and much more straight, coming in at 120 blocks tall. But now let's look past those cliffs over to this mountain range, that mountain range, and then the beautiful ravine that cuts right between the middle of both of them. Okay, I keep looking around and I keep finding more. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. But for real guys, like, take a look at this. If you came to this video looking for the perfect building seed, then number 8's the one for you because oh my gosh. Now we're only halfway done this video and we still have 7 incredible seeds left to come, like this one that you see behind me here, so make sure to stick around till the end of the video. Alright, so where do I even begin with this one? I think the obvious start would be with this sinkhole right smack dab in the middle. I love sinkholes, they make everything look so much cooler. Now surrounding that, you've got a 200-block tall lake with some nice meadow hills, and then coming all the way over here, you've got a village, pillager outpost, and a nether ruined portal. Now this whole landscape looks super funky, and I'm sure there's got to be a lot of places that you could build to have this as the background. This thing looks awesome. Or I guess if you don't care about that, you could also build all the way up here. I don't really know why this is here, but it looks pretty cool and you'd have a great view of the area, so definitely not a bad building location. So overall, the mix of this sinkhole all the way down here with the beautiful terrain and the 3 structures on the side is what makes this the perfect building seed. Okay, I was looking around this seed some more and I came to the bottom of this sinkhole and found this floating over top of the lava. Is this a ruined portal or what is this? I don't know Minecraft structures well enough. Somebody let me know down below what this is floating over top of the lava at the bottom of the sinkhole. This is so cool. All right, let's keep things short for number 6. You spawn on this nice little cherry blossom island that's surrounded by a water moat, some nice hills, and some cherry blossom trees in the background. It's very simple, but honestly, I think this would make for the perfect house location. Once again, number 5 is pretty simple, so we're gonna keep it short, but it's the perfect seed if you want to build in a large taiga biome. Now, personally, spruce is my favorite type of wood to build with, which is why it's so perfect seeing as you literally spawn right over there. Now, as you can see right here, there's a nice island split with some spruce and then some birch trees over here. And then it's surrounded by a nice moat of water giving you protection from all sides. Now coming over to the shoreline, you're also going to find a lot of really nice terrain with a couple of villages. And then coming over here, you're also going to find a pillager outpost next to the smallest, most random snow biome I've ever seen. Now moving further in the direction of this forest, you can see there's plenty of old growth for the wood, as well as a ton of different mountains and ravines that you're going to be able to build at. I mean, for real, check out this bird's eye view. It is beautiful. And look at all of the terrain over here as well. This seed just keeps on going. It is so cool. All right, moving on to number 4. This one's gonna spawn you in this nice little desert getaway. So it's a small desert biome with a lake over there, completely surrounded by mangrove swamp. This area looks super, super cool. And one of my favorite parts about it too, other than all of the building space here, is there's coral reef inside of this river or lake or pond or whatever this is. I don't know. But there's coral reef, and this makes the whole area look so much cooler. Well, yeah, that's about it. It's a great introvert's paradise if you just feel like playing Minecraft and not interacting with anybody. Number 3 is very exciting and has 2 separate halves that you can decide to build on. Now, this first half over here has a lot of flat plains for you to build, with some cherry blossom trees and then some 150 block tall mountains off there in the distance. It's also got another ruined portal, and overall just looks super, super cool. Now moving over to this second half, it's pretty similar but a little different. Now it's less flat on the inside, but it has this cool little hill in the middle that you can build at, with some really nice cherry blossom trees and then continuing mountains surrounding you. And this area is so beautiful. Now it's even got a village all the way over here at the end, giving you all of the resources that you're gonna need. Overall, just a really cool seed. Let me know down below which half you guys decided to build on. Now, I don't even really have to say a lot about this because it speaks for itself. It's awesome, but let me give you guys a little tour. So all on this side here, actually all along the top, you've got some nice spruce or taiga trees, whatever you want to call them, up by the snowy part. And then making your way down, you're gonna have a large meadow biome for you to build, with pale garden over there, dark oak over there, and then some 150 block tall mountains surrounding you, 360 degrees. And if you want to make this seed even cooler, in Java Edition, there's a village in the middle and a pillager outpost over here on the side. Whoa, that's a cool view. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And finally, coming in at number 1, you've got a couple of max height mountains here that make a ravine cutting through the middle of them, and this looks so cool. Now, first of all, there's a nice little lake that takes you all the way to this point right here, and if you keep following it through into this ravine, it gives you a great idea for how huge these mountains are. I mean, oh my gosh, look at this. And if you follow those all the way over here, you're gonna have some even more beautiful terrain and a ton of space for you to build. Overall, just a super cool seed that I recommend you guys check out, just like one of the videos on your screen right now. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. These are the 25 best seeds for building in Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition. This video will be split into 5 parts, each with 5 unique seeds: cherry blossom, survival islands, mountains, lakes, and finally cliffs. You can find the seeds and coordinates in the comments below, and let's start off with cherry blossom seeds. When you load up number 25, you'll have the most perfect building location I've ever seen. You have this really cool meadow mountain with plenty of space to build, surrounded by a moat of water to protect you from mobs, and then a beautiful ring of cherry blossom trees around that. Number 24 will spawn you near a ring of cherry blossom trees just like the last seed, but this time on top of some mountains. Coming inside of the circle, you'll find a nice sunflower plains, which gives you a ton of space to build, and a nice little pond in the middle. And just like last time, no matter which direction you look, you're always gonna have a beautiful view. If you're too claustrophobic for those seeds, then check out number 23. Once again, you spawn near a nice mountain range of cherry blossom trees, but this time one of the sides is completely open, and over here has a lot of cool terrain as well. I'd recommend checking it out. But coming back to the main area, you've got a lot of plains giving you space to build, and a ton of huge caves nearby for you to explore. The 4th cherry blossom seed is yet another cherry blossom ring, but this one is still unique from the last 2. So this one, instead of having mostly plains on the inside, has a large pond in the middle, which would be perfect for a lake house, still giving you enough plains on the sides to build for other things. And all the cherry blossom trees, I mean, this seed really has it all. The 5th cherry blossom seed is kind of a mix of the ones we've seen so far, with this elongated row of mountains with pink cherry blossom trees on the top, a lot of plains for you to build, and a nice little pond back there at the end. Like I mentioned, there's a ton of plains down here giving you enough space to build whatever you want, with the mountains surrounding you giving you good views from all sides. And my favorite part about this seed is the massive cave system right beneath you, so you don't have to travel very far to get all the resources that you're gonna need. And if you don't want to build inside of that area, you can come just outside to this nice circle lake with the plains inside and 2 villages nearby. Alright, one more cherry blossom seed as an honorable mention. This one is pretty similar to the others. You have the cherry blossom trees on top of the mountains, but this one has a nice plains biome in the middle with a village climbing up the side. So there are the cherry blossom seeds. If you're enjoying, make sure to subscribe to not miss any new seeds found by the community. And with that, let's move on to island seeds with number 20's Double Mountain Island. And this thing is so big with so much to explore. It has caves to explore, a lot of flat area to build, but most importantly, 2 massive mountains as a beautiful backdrop, one with snow and then the other one with just rocks. Both of these mountains create a valley cutting through the middle of the island, which in my opinion looks super cool. And if you come over to the edge of the island, you're gonna find a village and some massive cliffs for you to explore. If that island was too big for you, the number 19 Spawn Island will be much better. You'll find one large plains island over here and then a second smaller plains island over here that I think would be perfect for building your house. The 2 sides of the island are cut by a river, which I think looks super cool. Now coming over to the bigger plains island, you're gonna find a village with a blacksmith in it, a nether ruins portal in the middle, and then also an underwater ravine that exits out the side of the island. This is a really chill one with enough resources on it to let you survive here without having to leave, which is why I love it so much. I also love the island on number 18, arguably more than that last seed. Now, completely opposite to that last seed, this is a big island with a lot of different types of forests, big mountains, and a huge pond with a village on the side. What's even cooler is that mountain back there, you can actually fly straight through the middle of the whole island from one side all the way out to this pond over here. The mix of the 2 villages, the nether ruined portal, the nearby ocean monument, all of the resources, the mountain, and the big pond is what makes this the perfect survival island. Number 17 isn't a survival island in the traditional sense, but rather this, and I still think it looks super cool. When you load up this world and come to these coordinates, you're going to be greeted with a large circle island surrounded by a circle river, and this thing looks awesome. I love how one half is spruce and one half is oak and birch, perfectly split down the middle. This would make for the perfect house location. For the 5th and final island seed, we're going back to one that is so big you'll never be able to explore it all, and this thing has so many unique building locations. This island is filled with huge snowy mountain rings with spaces to build in the middle, a ton of caves that you're able to explore, a ton of plains if you want to build, and a bunch of massive cliffs around the side of the island. You can really only understand the magnitude of this seed if you actually try it out for yourself. It's super cool. Now, if you don't like the island aspect and you only want the mountains, then let's move on to mountain seeds, where number 15's massive mountain range gives you the perfect background no matter where you look. For real, look how massive these mountains are, some of them peaking at Y level 300. It's also got tons and tons of plains biome down here, giving you plenty of space to build, with these massive mountains giving you the perfect protection from all sides. For real, like, I don't even think I have to explain anymore. Just check these things out. This seed is absolutely insane. Number 14 has a nice snowy mountain circle with a ton of spruce trees for wood and a large meadow in the middle for building. Once again, my favorite part about this seed is it doesn't matter which direction you look, you're always gonna have a beautiful backdrop out of your house. It's also littered with caves, so you're not gonna have to travel very far to get your resources. And I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's keep number 13 short. It's very similar to the last seed we just saw, but this time it is much bigger. It has a big oak forest in the middle for plenty of wood, and it still has a plains biome for space to build. I'm not even sure where to begin for number 12, so let's just take you right through this seed. Now, it is about 5,000 blocks away from spawn, but once you get out here, you'll find this large plains biome that cuts between 2 mountains. This one is a huge mountain range with cherry blossom trees, and then the inside is a nice little hill. Now, if you follow that hill, it's going to lead you over to this snow circle with a cave directly in the middle. And even just looking past that, look at all of the different mountains and things to explore, with the plains biome surrounding, giving tons of space to build wherever you want. This seed is littered with villages and different areas to explore. I just can't show you the size of it in one video. You're gonna have to check it out for yourself. If you don't feel like traveling 5,000 blocks, welcome to seed number 11, which still gives you a couple of huge mountain ranges, but more importantly, a ton of plains. Look at all this plains around me. This will give you infinite space to build literally whatever you want. It's got villages in the area, a ton of different biomes, and like I mentioned, a bunch of huge mountains in the area, which will give you the perfect backdrop in multiple locations. I mean, check out the size of these things. Look at that. So cool. I mean, come on, check this out. You're telling me you don't think this is the perfect building location? Come on, guys. Let's now move on from big mountains to huge lakes, where number 10 does not disappoint. You'll spawn right in the middle of this huge mountain ring, this time with Pale Garden on the top, Dark Oak, and then of course the main attraction, this huge lake in the middle. In my opinion, it's the perfect size to give you plenty of space to build whatever you want, but once again, it has that beautiful backdrop. Look at this, it's pretty much a perfect circle around you. This seed looks so cool. And like I mentioned, my favorite part of this seed is you literally spawn inside of the circle, so you don't have to travel at all to get out here. Number 9 looks pretty similar to that last seed, although a little bit different, and it does spawn you just outside of the circle. Once again though, you've got a large mountain range of Pale Garden trees on the top, Dark Oak Forest, and then a smaller pond in the middle. Now the seed is pretty cool, however, if you hop over into Java Edition, there's a mansion inside of here as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Moving away from the Pale Garden for number 8, this one is a Badlands biome that you spawn in with a huge river in the middle, which looks really weird against the hot biome. But this thing is absolutely massive, and what I love about this one, similar to a lot of the other seeds, is again, there are huge mountains giving you full 360 protection if you decide to build down here. I also find it cool because Badlands biomes are generally really hot, and there's a desert nearby, so the fact that there's just a massive pond in the middle of this makes this seed super cool. If you want something more secluded, welcome to seed number 7, and let me take you around because there is a lot to show you. So to start off, of course, you've got that big lake in the middle here with some massive 100-block tall cliffs on all sides. And if you come through the only open side over here, it's going to take you right into a massive mountain range. Now, if you haven't already noticed, in the side of all of the cliffs are some massive lush caves exposed to the outside. If you follow some of these lush caves in, you're actually able to go all the way down into a massive cave system. At the bottom of this cave system, it takes you down to an ancient city, which is super cool. Now, this cave is huge, and there's a ton of lush cave on the roof, a lot of deep dark, and some huge lava pits. And look at what I just found, a massive mine shaft in this cave as well. This thing really just keeps on going. So yeah, not only does this lake seed have a really cool surface, but it also has a huge cave system underneath. The 5th lake seed is the simplest, but arguably my favorite one so far. This lake is over 300 blocks and extends down to Y level -45. Coming from a bird's eye view, you can also see it is in almost a perfect circle and is surrounded by a bunch of smaller mountains, a ton of trees, and so many other cool things that you need to check out. I mean, really, this seed is absolutely massive. I can't imagine there's anything here that you wouldn't be able to build. As well, if I come down inside of the water, you can see there are ores and things exposed all the way down here at the bottom, so you don't even have to mine. You can just hop down here and collect all of your iron and diamonds super easily. Now that's it for the 5 big lake seeds. It's time to move on to the 5th and final section, the cliff seeds. But right before that, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And now let's get into the cliff seeds with number 5. And we're starting off with a banger. This cliff seed is absolutely insane. Coming down here, there's a cliff to your left with some massive mountains on it there. And then there's a cliff island to the right, and this thing looks awesome. It's hollowed out down here with some caves exposed to the outside. Then between those two cliffs, there is a huge water channel cutting through the middle of it. I mean, oh my gosh, this looks awesome. Even coming behind, you're gonna find even more cliffs, even more mountains. I mean, this cliff seed looks awesome, and there's so much to explore here. Cliffs are awesome, and survival islands are awesome, so mixing both of them into one spawn seed is so cool. This cliff island is over 130 blocks from the top to bottom, and what's really cool about this one is the cliffs go 360 degrees around the island. So there's no good way to get up or down. On the top of the island, you're gonna have a bunch of trees for resources, and there's a ton of caves exposed to the outside, making for a really cool island. Have you ever found yourself saying, man, I love pillager outposts, but I wish they were 166 blocks tall? No? Okay, well, here it is anyways. I don't really know what is going on here, but this pillager outpost spawned all the way at the top of this weird cliff thing, if that's what I can call it, with one piece of the outpost, like I mentioned, 166 blocks. Now, something even cooler than that is there's a village down here. However, if we come all the way up here to the top, there is also another villager's house up here. But wait, there's even more. There's a nether ruined portal up here at the top, and if you come all the way back down to the bottom, there's a witch's hut. A witch's hut, a pillager outpost, ruined portal, and a village on whatever this thing is. I still don't know what to call it. This seed is so weird. Okay, seed 2 is massive and has so many things to explore. You need to check it out for yourself, but I'm gonna give you a really quick rundown of everything you can expect. Massive 200 block tall mountains with so many different areas to explore. This cliff island over here with a face in the side of it. Running over in this direction, there are even more massive cliffs with a ton of water passageways cutting through the middle of all of it. And really, it just keeps on going. I mean, check out this area here. A ton of water, huge cliffs, and massive caves in the sides. Around this area, there's also tons of plains for you to build, so you're never gonna run out of space. Then moving further on to the mainland, you're gonna have another mountain next to this one with a crevice cutting through the middle and a village inside. Like for real, guys, I can't show you this entire seed. There's just too many cool things and too many places to build. Hey look, there's an ancient city below you as well. And a stronghold. Oh my god, this seed just keeps on going. The 5th cliff seed is similar to that last one because there are so many different areas to explore. You'll find 100 block tall cliff walls with exposed caves on the side. And if you follow those caves down, you're gonna find yourself inside of an ancient city. You'll also find villages and ruined portals in a plains valley sandwiched between 2 massive mountains. This seed is filled with so many cool things to explore and so many cool places to build. I just can't cover it all in one video. That's all for the 25 new best building location seeds. Check out either one of the videos on your screen right now for more seed showcases, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. In this video, we'll be going over 20 brand new Minecraft village seeds that you cannot miss out on. The first 10 villages will be on Bedrock Edition, and the second 10 will be on Java. However, the terrain in all of the seeds will work in both versions. As well, you can find these seeds and the coordinates in the comments below. The first Bedrock seed today is the most beautiful double village location I have ever seen. That's right, there's not just one, but 2 villages surrounded by a cherry blossom mountain range, and this area looks so cool. Now let's look a little deeper into these villages. So first of all, the one over here climbs up the side of the mountain, and then following it all the way over, it passes over this middle lake, connects to the other village, which also climbs up the side of the mountain. And add that on top of the fact that you have literally perfect views for 360 degrees. This seed is perfect. I mean, for real, just look at this. You're telling me you don't want to try this seed? Seed number 19 spawns you right next to this village that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blacksmiths at it. Are you kidding me? So not only are you going to spawn right next to this village, but this is how much loot you're gonna get if you loot all of the blacksmiths. Oh my gosh. And the best part too is once you finish looting that village, you can explore so much stuff around this seed. A bunch of beautiful biomes, a ton of places to build, and even more villages that you can explore. You guys love villages, you love survival islands, so for number 18, here is the perfect double village survival island. Once again, not one, but two villages on this seed that are also, once again, connected to each other. This time, however, they're not cutting over top of a lake, they're cutting over a ravine with a bridge cutting from one side to the other. This is so cool. And my absolute favorite part about the whole thing as well is you spawn on this island. It's a double village spawn survival island. This isn't the first time we've shown a seed like number 17, and it definitely won't be the last, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe to not miss any new seeds found by the community. So first things first, this pillager outpost goes all the way up to Y level 275. That is crazy. However, you guys aren't here for the pillagers, you're here for the villages, so let's hop all the way down here to the bottom, where you're not only going to find a mansion, but also a village and multiple islands that have water flowing down the entire thing. Unlike the last seeds, I don't think these villagers could have picked a worse location because, like I mentioned, they're right next to a ton of pillagers. Also, Bedrock generation is really funny. Like, what am I even looking at here? Oh my gosh, look at this. Part of the villagers' paths made it all the way up here as well. It's like they're trying to build up to the pillagers. And if you haven't already noticed, this whole thing is floating over top of a frozen river that if you break through will go down to Y level -53. And if you come over here, there's also a really large exposed dripstone cave that has a great view of the mess in front of you. More beautiful spawns for number 16, and I'm not sure how much more perfect these village locations can get. 1, 2, 3, 4 villages in this one circular area, which is super cool because there's a hill in the middle, mountains on the side, and the whole thing is surrounded by cherry blossom trees. These villagers picked the perfect building location. Now, I could say if you have friends, you can all take a village, but realistically, I know you guys don't have friends, so you're going to be able to get all of the loot from these for yourself. Plus a great building location. I mean, really, what more can you ask for? Well, you could ask for a plains village, savanna village, and a desert village all in a circle right by your spawn. You literally spawn right there next to this plains village. And then moving further in the direction of this island surrounded by a moat of water, you've got a savanna village. And then coming over here, you've also got a desert village. So that's 3 different biomes, all with a beautiful centerpiece. This seed is so cool. Let's keep them coming for number 14. I swear these village locations just keep getting better. Now, first of all, of course, in the center here is a village and a mansion that spawned on top of it. This is so funny. Now, they're both sitting in the middle of this 150 block long lake, which is surrounded by mountains and some beautiful cherry blossom trees. But believe it or not, that is not the whole thing, as if you come over here, there's also a large nether ruins portal and a pillager outpost that both overlook this area. I'm honestly not sure what more I need to say. I think this seed speaks for itself. Oh my gosh, look at this. If all of those previous villages were just a little too complicated for you, then let's slow things down. Number 13 will be a lot better. So first of all, you spawn right beside this village, and coming inside of this blacksmith, you're going to be able to get 3 diamonds right away. Now moving deeper into this village, there's also a cute little nether ruins portal here, and a couple of the villagers' houses have found their way inside of this cave. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, there's a lot down here. This is so cool. I'm not sure this is the best place for crops. Do you guys know how farming works? You need sunlight, not inside of a cave. Now moving away from that village over in this direction, you're gonna have another beautiful building location. Look at this. An island in the middle, surrounded by a moat of water with mountains and cherry blossom trees around that. Then moving further in this direction, you're gonna find another village that is right on the side of this cliff. And to make this seed even better, there are some really big mountains all the way back there if you like building around those as well. Number 12 has to have one of the craziest village locations I've ever seen. But first, let's start up here on the surface where this village spawned on the side of this mountain. And this thing peaks at Y level 265. Now it's super cool because this village climbs halfway up this mountain, but that is actually the least cool part of this seed. Let's drop down into this exposed cave where a lot of the village is inside of here, and this cave is absolutely insane. Now, first things first, I don't know why so many of these villagers decided to build their house down here, but the lush cave does make for a pretty background. On top of that, there are 2 blacksmiths down here, which are going to give you a ton of loot. And honestly, that is just the beginning of this cave. Moving deeper, it is absolutely huge and has so many things to explore. It has lush cave on the roof. It has deep dark. It has mine shafts, ancient cities, and add all of that on top of the village in the cave. This seed is so funny. I mean, for real, the more you look around, the more you're gonna find this cave is beautiful. The final Bedrock village seed today is this, and I honestly can't think of a much better way to finish off. So what's going on here? Well, there's a village, a pillager outpost, a mansion, and it's all sitting on top of an ocean monument? What are you doing here? As a matter of fact, what are any of these structures doing over here, as they're sitting on top of a lake that goes down to Y level -55? Oh, you thought that was it? No. Inside of this lake, there's also a trial chambers down here as well. What is going on? And if that still wasn't good enough for you, coming over here, there's also some coral reef. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. So yeah, 5 structures and some coral reef floating over top of a lake surrounded by desert and badlands. I mean, oh my gosh, this seed is so weird. Oh yeah, there's also a mini sinkhole right here, and there's a ruined portal all the way over there as well. I mean, this seed is just so crazy. So there are all of the Bedrock village seeds. We're now going to move on to the Java village seeds. And really quickly, if you're enjoying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to not miss any new seeds found by the community. With that, let's move on to seed number 10. This one is the Java equivalent of number 20, and it is absolutely beautiful. A cherry blossom ring surrounding a plains in the center with a village floating over top of a central lake. These seeds are so cool. I mean, just running down here really gives you an idea for how big this mountain circle is. I mean, not only are these mountains 70 blocks tall with the cherry blossom trees on the top, but like I mentioned, a village perfectly in the middle with the lake. I mean, seriously, this whole thing is so cool. And for some reason, if you don't like that village location, I don't know how that'd be possible, but you can turn around over to here with another village and a bunch of beautiful terrain as the background as well. More cherry blossom trees, more lakes, and even more mountains that you can explore. Seed number 9 spawns you at Y level 186, all the way at the top of this cliff. And of course, this is the best village seed, so you're also going to find a village all the way up here at the top. And they have to have one of the best views of the landscape I've ever seen. Now, if you're wondering, the very top of this village is at Y level 217, which is over 154 blocks off of the ground. This is crazy. And like, just looking past the village for a second, like what, like, is this a cliff? Is this a mountain? I don't know what's going on here, but this generation is so wacky. And there's even more of this in the area. This is just the very start. Add that on top of the fact that you literally spawn up here. This seed is so funky. Seed number 8, and they only get cooler from here. This one has a zombified village floating over top of a lake that is surrounded by 200 block tall mountains in the background. This seed looks awesome. Now, to be honest, I have no idea why the villagers decided to abandon this place because, I mean, oh my god, I would love to live down here. This looks so cool. And honestly, the fact that they're floating over top of the water as well just makes it even better. Honestly, that's about it for this seed. I don't even really need to say anything else. I think it speaks for itself. Seed number 7 spawns you right in front of a taiga village, but honestly, that's not even the cool part. Coming to these coordinates right here, we're gonna have one of the smallest villages you've ever seen, but that's also not the cool part. The cool part is looking at the villagers that are in this village. Let's see here. 1 baby right there, 2 babies, 3 babies, and I believe there's a 4th one around here somewhere. Yeah, there you go. There's the 4th guy. 1 village, 1 house, and 4 baby villagers at it. I mean, this is so random. Now, to be honest, I don't know if you guys care enough to check this seed out, but I mean, hey, it is a village and it's a pretty cool one, so I wanted to put it onto this list. Oh yeah, something that might actually be worth checking out though is looking around that village. You're gonna find a bunch of really big mountains, huge vertical cliffs, and a lot of cool other places that you can explore. So yeah, maybe this is worth checking out. Okay, I keep looking around and it keeps getting even cooler. Look at this like circular spruce island as well, surrounded by a moat of water. This is awesome. Seed number 6 spawns you right by some cherry blossom trees and a dripstone cave. But of course, you guys are here for the village, so looking in front of you, that is exactly what you're gonna find. This village is very awkwardly climbing all the way down from this water, up the side of this hill mountain thing, all the way up here to the top. And I just love the way that this village generated. Look at this, there's even a blacksmith down here on the side, and some of the villagers' houses are creeping their way into this dripstone cave. Now moving further up this mountain, most of the villagers' houses are up here at the top, right by a really nice meadow biome with another village over here in the plains as well. And if that wasn't cool enough, turning around, you're also gonna have a pillager outpost and some big mountains right over there as well. I'd watch your step when loading up number 5, as if you're not careful, you might fall over 140 blocks all the way down into this sky exposed cave. But of course, once again, you guys are not here for that, you're here for the village, so let's move further in this direction. Now, I know this village might look normal, but I'm gonna give you guys a second. What is wrong with this village? Got your answer? Okay, well, they're all wrong. Take a look at this. There is no village center here. Look, there's no bell. Now, normally you might think it'd be inside of this cave, although if you actually come inside of here, nope, just a bunch of path blocks. This is really funny. Yeah, that's about it. No village center. I just thought it was pretty funny. The second you load up number 4, you'll see that you spawn inside of an ancient city over 100 blocks from the surface. This is such a crazy spawn, and that's not even the coolest part of this seed. Taking a deeper look into this cave, this thing is absolutely crazy. It's got a bunch of dripstone over there, a bunch of lush cave here with a mine shaft floating inside, and then of course you go deeper and there's an ancient city. I mean, this whole seed is so cool. Now coming out of that huge, dark, spooky, scary cave, all the way over to here, you've got a nice, cute little cherry blossom village. 2 completely different worlds. You've got scary ancient city over there, and you've got a nice little village location over here. This is so funny. So if you are actually able to make it out of that cave somehow, I don't know what your plan is, but you can come over to this nice village with a bunch of space to build and a lot of beautiful landscape. Well, yeah, that's about it. I just thought it was cool how you spawn on top of an ancient city, and then over here it is a completely different vibe, separated by only about 50 blocks. Seed number 3 spawns you right on this nice sized survival island, and you would think the village would pick anywhere in this plains biome to build, but knowing villagers, they never take the easy route. They decided to build here, in the coolest and yet probably the most inconvenient building location ever. They didn't build on the nice big plains area, they built on the 100 block tall, weirdly shaped cliff thing that's all the way over here at the side. However, maybe this was a good idea because they do have some great views from all the way up here. Look at this. But honestly, I take it back. This is actually pretty cool. Look, they do have great views. They can see the entire island from up here. Okay, seriously, I can't get over the fact that they decided to build on that. I mean, yeah, it has great views, but you have so much plains down here. What are we doing, villagers? What I also find funny is not only are the villagers' houses all the way up there, but they're also over here floating over top of the water. I mean, just build on the plains. Oh yeah, and looking around this island, you're also gonna find an ocean monument, 3 separate shipwrecks, and a bunch of nether ruin portals inside of the water that you can explore. Is the village over there? Is the village over there? No, of course it's not. It's gonna be over 130 blocks down into this huge sky exposed cave. Also, this is a dripstone cave. This is such a weird location. Why do the villagers keep building in literally the worst spots ever? I mean, what are we doing down here, guys? And once again, there's a ton of really nice terrain around this area as well. So why they chose to build inside of here, who knows? I don't know what they're doing. Although be careful, because one wrong step and you're not gonna survive down here either. And right before we get into the last seed, if you're enjoying, again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly showcases just like this one. And finally, seed number 1, a village that actually knows how to pick a good location. This is perfect. Oh my gosh, look at this. Now there's a village all the way over here on this side, surrounded by a meadow biome. Now there's also some cherry blossom forest over there, some birch and oak forest here, and then you're surrounded by some 120 block tall mountains, 360 degrees. This area is literally perfect. I mean, I feel like I don't even have to say anything else about this seed because, oh my gosh, look at this. They have got the best building location I've ever seen. Just take a look at it. Oh my God, it's perfect. If you enjoyed these seeds, make sure to check out one of the videos on your screen right now for even more great content. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. Hello and or welcome back. These are 25 of the best new village seeds found by the community. We've got some crazy ones this week, and don't worry, we have both Bedrock and Java Edition covered. Some of these seeds are so wild, I can't believe they actually exist. But first, a village that spawns inside of an ancient city. I can't imagine a more dangerous location for these villagers. Actually, all 5 seeds you're seeing on screen right now have villages just like this. Some of these are super cool with so many unique places to explore, but they all pale in comparison to the village in number 20's most beautiful location ever. This village was placed in probably the most beautiful location I've ever seen. It's floating over top of the water with some plains around for plenty of space to build, and of course, the massive cherry blossom trees surrounding the entire thing. Now this village here decided to take the easy route, but if you want a more difficult spawn, then number 19 will be perfect for you as this village sits over top of a sky exposed cave. These villagers are really taking their chances with this one because one wrong step and you can fall over 100 blocks into the lava pit below. Now if you're scared of heights but you like the excitement of a dangerous seed, check out number 18's village, which spawns 15 blocks away from a woodland mansion. That's right, this village spawns so close to the mansion they are practically touching each other. Hey, look at this. One of the villagers built his house in this cave trying to escape the pillagers. Like, bro, there's no escaping what's gonna happen to you. Number 17 has a nice secluded village surrounded by a ton of forest with 3 blacksmiths in it. And seeing as it's right at spawn, this is one of the best village spawns that you could ask for. Now let me know down below if you're gonna stay here for a while or venture out into the forest, never to be seen again. Number 16 not only gives you a really cool village location, but also arguably the best building location ever. Which reminds me, if you want to see a lot more building locations like this one, check out the video up here right now. As you can see, this meadow island here has a ton of space to build. Of course, with that village going down the side, and there's even a blacksmith down there at the bottom, floating over top of this water moat. Now, of course, surrounding all of that is a huge forest of some cherry blossom trees, and this entire seed just looks so cool. These villagers picked such a great location to build. Changing up the vibe for number 15, this seed is crazy, but really quickly, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. So of course, first of all, you've got these big floating islands with water flowing all the way down to the bottom, and it leads into this sinkhole in the middle of the lake. Not only is there a village down here at the bottom with a blacksmith, but if you head all the way down into this sinkhole, you're gonna find a mine shaft and a stronghold. And then heading up here to the top, you're gonna find an upside down shipwreck. What is going on here? If you want something a little more practical than that one, Seed 14 has 2 villages that are connected to each other with a total of 5 blacksmiths at them. It's really cool looking at this. It looks like one mega village connecting all the way across. And like I mentioned, 5 blacksmiths. Considering that it's right at spawn, this seed is going to give you a ton of early game loot. Plus, with all of the plains around, you're going to have no troubles for finding space to build. Seed 13 speaks for itself, so I'm going to keep it short. You spawn right by this 180 block tall, weird jumble cliff thing. I don't really know what to call this. But of course, there is a village nearby right on the side of the ocean. When you load up number 12, you'll find a nice village in a meadow biome surrounded by some beautiful icy peaks. These villagers really know how to pick a good location. I mean, oh my gosh, look at this. It's got great views, 360 degrees. Add that on top of the blacksmith and all of the huge caves around, this seed really has it all. Number 12 is similar to that last one, but it is way, way bigger with so many more things to explore. First of all, if you can't notice, the mountains are way bigger, some of them peaking at Y level 260. Instead of a regular village, this one also has a spruce village with, of course, spruce trees on the inside, but it also has oak trees over here And on this side, it has a meadow giving you space to build. It's also got some really big exposed caves with some emeralds on the side, which is pretty cool. And overall, this seed just has so many cool things to explore. I'd really recommend checking it out. Now we're just over halfway done this video, but we still have 10 incredible seeds to come. So make sure to stick in there till the end. And if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. Seed 10 has a village climbing up the side of this island cliff, or whatever you want to call this thing. As you can see, most of the village is down here at the bottom, floating over top of the water, but it extends over to the other side, and some of the houses have found their way all the way up here to the top. These villagers picked a really unique place to build on this island. I'm sure you won't have any issues for inspiration over here. Seed 9 has 6 structures right as you spawn in this beautiful landscape. So as you can see on the surface, you've got a mansion tucked in this little pale garden forest, with a village climbing up the side of this cliff and a pillager outpost on the side. Then if you come over to this small cave right by the mansion, you're gonna find a zombie spawner right here. Then coming underneath the surface, you'll find a trial chambers and an ancient city under here as well. So yeah, 6 structures all in this beautiful landscape. I mean, seriously, what more can you ask for? Seed 8 doesn't take long to give you one of the best spawn locations I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. You'll spawn right in the middle of this big cherry blossom forest with a village nestled perfectly in the middle. In my opinion, this village was built in literally the perfect spot. I mean, look at this. It's in a beautiful cherry blossom crater with trees all around you. This seed is incredible. And coming right outside of that area, there's a ton of beautiful terrain that I recommend you guys check out for yourself. Seed number 7 doesn't have a village, or does it? All the way at the bottom of this cave is this. Can you even call this a village? This poor guy is protecting literally nothing. There's no villagers, no houses, not even any crops. It's literally just the village center and the bell inside of a weirdly deep cave. Number 6, once again, is pretty straightforward. You've got a spruce village climbing up the side of this hill. Some of it is down here at the bottom, mixed in with the forest and the river. Some of it is climbing up the sides here, and then some of it is all the way at the top. Not much more I need to say, nonetheless, still a pretty cool village seed. Seed 5 has way more to it than you might think. Let me show you around. So of course, first of all, you've got this desert village that is partly floating over top of a coral reef, and the other part is climbing up the side of this 100-block tall cliff. Now this cliff has a mix of desert with the village, a badlands biome, and a bamboo jungle. Then continuing further in this direction, you're gonna find a beautiful lake here with a ton of different biomes, mountains, and cliffs for you to explore. Like for real, this seed just keeps on going. There's so many cool places to explore. This would be a great long-term hardcore world. Number 4 might be the most beautiful building location I've ever seen. So first of all, this meadow biome here is over 300 blocks long and is surrounded 360 degrees by these huge mountain peaks. Right outside of that circle, there's one village over here that's climbing up the mountain wall. Wow, look at this. Absolutely stunning. Then coming back inside of this circle, there's a village that's climbing up one of the inside walls. There is just way too much space to build here and way too many things to explore for you not to check it out. I mean, seriously, look at this seed. You're telling me you don't want to try this out? Seed number 3 is a crazy one. You need to check this one out. Floating right on top of the water is a village, a large nether ruined portal, and a jungle temple. This seed is crazy. The pool of water that it's sitting on also extends down to -54 and has a ton of exposed diamonds on the bottom here. Now, ignoring all of the cool things in the center, the landscape around you is also beautiful with a ton of jungle mountains and honestly just a bunch of jungle forests surrounding you. Overall, this seed has a lot of cool places to explore and things to see. Definitely something worth checking out. Seed number 2 speaks for itself. Just look at this thing. So of course, in the middle, you've got a pond that is 300 blocks long and goes down to Y level -52. You've then got some plains around the outside to build, and of course those beautiful cherry blossom trees on top of the mountains that surround you 360 degrees. Now, of course, this is a village seeds video, so you're also gonna have a village that is climbing up the side of this mountain. I don't even need to explain more than that. This seed speaks for itself. Absolutely beautiful. And finally, coming in at number 1 is this village that climbs up. Oh, it's floating. This village is on a floating island. Or I guess I should say part of the village, because some of it is all the way down there at the bottom. Some of it is climbing up here at the top, but a lot of the village is on this floating island all the way up here. I like how they put the animal pen all the way at the top too, giving them the perfect view from all directions. Well, that's all for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases, and I'd recommend checking out one of the videos on your screen right now for even more incredible seeds. In today's video, we're showing you 20 incredible mountain seeds in Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition. We've got so many cool ones to cover today, and we're gonna start off with 3 unique mountain circles. Seed number 20 is without a doubt the most beautiful way that we could start off this list. A huge cherry blossom ring with a ton of plains in the middle for you to build. Now, some of these mountains here are over 80 blocks tall, and like I mentioned, they're littered with cherry blossom trees, giving you perfect views no matter where you look. And on top of all of that, you spawn inside of this circle, so you don't have to travel at all to get over here. If you're not a big fan of cherry blossom, then here you go. Number 19 is very similar, but also very different. So first of all, in the middle here, you've got some birch trees, some dark oak, and some pale garden. And that's all surrounded by some snowy taiga right on the edge of these 120 block tall mountains. And to address the elephant in the room, of course, there's also a mansion tucked right in the middle here. And similar to the last seed, you spawn here again, so you don't have to travel at all to get over here. I mean, oh my God, look at this view. It's perfect. We've seen cherry blossom rings, we've seen snowy mountain rings. Now for seed number 18, let's go to pale garden rings, and oh my gosh, take a look at this. Now, first of all, this pond in the middle here is over 300 blocks long, surrounded by a bunch of dark oak, but also, of course, these 100 block tall mountains that are littered with these pale garden trees. Now, coming over to the other side of the ring, it gives you a perspective for how large this thing is. And once again, just like the last 2 seeds, you literally spawn inside of this, so you don't have to travel at all to get over here. Seed number 17 spawns you right in front of these 2 huge max height mountains that create a really cool spruce ravine cutting right through the middle of them. Now, both of these are sitting on a really large island continent. I don't know if this can be considered an island because it is huge and has so many different areas that you can explore. But of course, you're gonna have to load up this seed and try it out for yourself, because where would the fun be in me showing it all to you? This is the view that you're gonna get the second you load up seed number 16, and I really can't think of a better way to start off your game. Now, as you can see in the middle here, there's a bunch of cherry blossom trees surrounded by a nice oval of snowy mountains, giving you a really cool building location right off spawn. And as well, those cherry blossom trees extend much past those mountains, giving you plenty of wood to build literally anything you want inside of here. Now, that circle over there isn't everything, because if you head in this direction, you're gonna find even more hills and mountains with more biomes, villages, and different areas that you can explore. Load up seed number 15, walk forward, and you're gonna run into the most beautiful mountain range right beside your spawn. Now, these mountains here go from Y level 90 all the way up to the max height of 255. However, at the base of these mountains, you're gonna find a ravine that's gonna drop you all the way down to Y level -11, making the official drop be over 266 blocks. My favorite part too is those mountains are just the beginning. Looking behind you, you're also gonna have multiple mountains here that are a lot more rounded off, but give you a ton of space to build and great views no matter where you look. And trust me, it does not stop there. Over here, there is another beautiful building location, huge mountains, tons of forest, villages, and space to build. It keeps on going. And that's not even all. Coming over here, there are even more mountains that you can build at. This seed really does not stop and has endless things that you can explore. Seed 14 has a bunch of mountains that are spread out with a ton of plains around for you to build. and a bunch of other really cool features as well. Now this look right here personally is my favorite, with 1, 2, 3 smaller mountains in front of you, a village sitting in the middle of this plains that is right beside a large sky exposed cave. Although it's kind of broken up into pieces. I don't really know what's going on here. These villagers really did pick the perfect spot though, because, you know, other than the cave over there, mountains, huge hills, beautiful views no matter where you look. But trust me, that's not all. In the area, you're also going to find more solo mountains, more plains, more villages, and things that you can explore. Like, I mean, come on. You're telling me you don't want this as the background to your house? It's perfect. Speaking of perfect, seed number 13 spawns you right in this nice snowy mountain circle. This time though, it's going to have half birch and half oak on the inside. And once again, like a lot of the other seeds on this list, that is just the beginning. So coming right outside that circle, you're going to have this area, which is huge. It's beautiful. It has so many nearby mountains and things that give the perfect background. Then coming to the coordinates in my top left, you're going to find even more mountains with space to build. But the cooler part is right here with a pillager outpost and a village that half climbs down into this ravine. Then coming back over to this area, you're going to find a village with 2 separate blacksmiths at it that has, in my opinion, the best view of the mountains in front of them. So yeah, overall, just a really cool mountain seed with a lot of different places to build and explore. And if you want to see more seeds like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to not miss any seeds found by the community. Seed number 12 has so many things that I need to show you. But first of all, you start right here. A really nice icy ring that has a cherry blossom forest in the middle. And if I fly up here, you can very clearly see that that is just the beginning. So what do we have here? Well, we've got a village off to the side that has great views of the multiple mountains that surround this area. And I mean multiple mountains. There are so many to see. Now as well, there's a ton of plains around, giving you plenty of space to build. And honestly, that's all I'm going to show you for this seed. I don't want to show you the whole thing. You should come and try it out for yourself. A lot of the mountains that we've shown you so far have been a lot, really big, a lot to explore. And so if you want something that you can just kind of sit down and relax with, here you go. I think seed number 11 will be much better for you. Now it's great because you spawn right there, so you don't have to travel to get here. And I think this is a really cool building location. Now it's fully mounted on one side, but it does leave one side completely exposed, so you can really easily get in and out. Now there's multiple different types of trees in here. There's cherry blossom, although most of the cherry blossom forest is on the outside. You're also going to find some birch, some oak, and then the taiga up on the mountains as well. Then if you want, moving further in this direction, you're going to find a really large jungle biome that you're going to be able to explore. Like for real, this thing is huge. It just keeps on going forever. Now we're only halfway done this video and we still have a ton of really cool seeds, such as huge mountain circles, large cliff mountains, and seed number 10, which is this absolutely beautiful landscape that you spawn at. This is awesome. So as you can see in the middle here, there's a nice little meadow mountain actually, surrounded by a bunch of trees and then some plains for you to build. But of course, the coolest part is the mountain surrounding you 360 degrees. There's some cherry blossom trees on the top, plains on the bottom, and snow on the top, making for the most beautiful background. Now as well, if you move away from that over in this direction, it keeps on going with even more taller mountains this time that you can explore. And you know, those mountains are cool and all, but honestly, I just want to keep looking over here because this area, I mean, I really can't think of a better building location. This is awesome. But I guess if you wanted, you could also build down here because you are going to have some incredible views of all of the mountains with a ton of space to build and a village nearby. Maybe this is the perfect building location. Oh my God, do you guys see that? There's even a pillager outpost all the way up there. This whole area is so cool. Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but the mountains on seed number 9, they look a little perfect. Like you've got some water down here, a lot of flat plains to build, and then some really well-rounded mountains. Is that a weird thing to say? I mean, I don't know, just for some reason, like this whole area, it almost looks like a Windows screensaver, you know what I mean? And I mean, it definitely doesn't stop there. Moving over in this direction, there's even more mountains, even more villages, and even more flat space that you can build. This whole seed, it's really weird because it's mostly flat, but even the mountains are flat. I'm confused. When you load up seed number 8, you're gonna find big mountains directly on the edge of some big cliffs. And I just love the way that this looks. Like, my favorite part is definitely how it's cliff and then immediately into the mountain. This is super cool. As well, if you move further on land, you're gonna find even more mountains and even more spaces that you can build. Now, if you look further in the opposite direction across this river, you're gonna find even more mountains, but these ones are a lot smoother than the last and have a lot more open space, open flat plains that you can build at. Although personally, I don't like either of those spots. I would try to build my house where I am right now because having this as a background looks so cool to me. Seed number 7 is pretty cool. It's got some nice mountains behind me that you can see with multiple different places to build. It's also got some plains down here if you don't want to build there, and a cherry blossom forest nearby. But honestly, my favorite part about the whole seed is this village right over here. Now, there's a blacksmith and a lot of the village is on the top. However, a lot of the village is also down here, floating over top of the water, and it's cool because some of it is over there going into that cave, and some of it is over there going into this cave, and it's kind of a shame that these guys can't just be up a little bit higher because they don't get to see the beautiful view in front of them. When you load up seed number 6, this is going to be the first thing that you see. Oh my gosh, they keep getting better. Now, all the way off in the distance there, from the very bottom all the way up to the very top, is going to stretch over 170 blocks. Super, super cool. Now, this lake in the middle here is over 200 blocks long as a really cool centerpiece, and is surrounded, of course, by a bunch of cherry blossom trees. And if you come over to the other side of the circle, this would be your view as well. So if you didn't like seeing those trees as much, you can look over there to the significantly taller cliffs and then multiple mountains in the background. You're not going to believe what we have for seed number 5, more mountains. This time you've got some stony ones over there with some snow, and then you've got some icy ones over here with snow and a really cool plains ravine cutting right through the middle of them. Now, both of these mountains here actually go all the way up to the max height of 265, which is super cool. And if you come down here into this plains ravine, it gives you a great perspective for just how huge these things are. Check this out. Now, personally, I love ice seeds. So what you can also do is come over to the coordinates in my top left, and this is your view, and oh my gosh, it really doesn't get much better for icy mountains. Although as well, looking more in this direction, you're also going to find an igloo, a village, and some smaller mountains that are littered with taiga trees, giving you even more spaces that you can build. Seed number 4 spawns you right near an interestingly shaped cave right in the side of this mountain. Now, to be honest, this mountain is pretty cool, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of, cool building locations in the mountain, on the mountain, beside it as the background, but to be honest, this cave was the only reason I showed this seed. Seed number 3 spawned me right at the bottom of this water cave, which is already weird enough, but of course, coming up, you guys are here for the mountain, so that's exactly what you're gonna find. Now, moving further in the direction of that mountain, you're gonna find another one that's a little bit taller, and then a third one over there that's the tallest, and what I love about all 3 of these is the massive plains ravine that cuts between all of them. Now, moving further in this direction, check out this area and how perfect it is. Now, of course, the centerpiece here is a bunch of cherry blossom trees with uniquely different mountains all around you. Take a look at all of these. It's super cool, and they surround you 360 degrees. I just want to give you guys another second to take in this view. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect. If you love mountain seeds, this is the one that you need to try. And like it just keeps going. Look, this one has Pale Garden on the inside. I didn't even know about this. The second you load up seed number 2 and look around, there are mountains over there, mountains there, mountains there. You are surrounded by mountains everywhere you look. Now, first of all, coming over to this area, these mountains are huge at over 130 blocks tall, and they have a really, really big village down here at the base. Then moving even further in this direction, you're gonna find more villages, a ton of flat space to build, and my favorite part of this seed. Look at this area and tell me it is not the most perfect building location you've ever seen. Now, as you can see in the middle here, there's a nice little hill with some cherry blossom trees. And then surrounding that are some massive 150 block tall mountains, giving the perfect background no matter where you look. And as you can see, that is just the beginning. There are so many mountains in this seed in one small area. Now for the final mountain seed on today's list, it's this absolutely beautiful circle mountain range with half cherry blossom, half oak trees, and then a huge 200 block long lake in the middle. Now, if you haven't noticed, there is a really cool sinkhole in the center as well. And by the way, this lake it's sitting in goes all the way down to Y level -54. And as well, if you come through this weird block in the lake as well, you're also gonna find a trial chambers right underneath. This is super cool. Add that on top of the 80 block tall mountains that form practically a perfect circle around you. This is truly a one-of-a-kind mountain seed. If you enjoyed that list, make sure to check out the video on your screen right now for even more incredible seeds. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. Are you tired of searching for the perfect biome in your world? Well, I'm here to help. This video has one seed designated to every biome. So all you have to do is skip to the section you want and find a seed you like. We've got plain seeds, every forest type, snow, water, underground, and so much more. Sit back, relax, and let's start with the biggest plains biome that you could ever imagine. This thing is huge and has literally millions of blocks of plains for you to explore. Just flying around at ground level really gives you a feel for how big this plains biome is. It'll give you all the space that you need to build, along with a bunch of different mountains, a couple lakes nearby, trees, caves, and everything else like that. Now, it's also got villages, nether ruin portals, and pretty much everything else a good plains biome has. Number 26 is this large desert biome that stretches over 10 million blocks. Now, aside from the endless sand that you see in front of me, it's also got some nice lakes, as well as some desert temples. And then over here by the side, you're also going to find a village that is 7 stories tall. Oh my gosh. Check it out. This village climbs from the bottom all the way up to the top of this cliff. And this villager up here has literally the perfect lookout of the entire desert. Now, if you like the warmth from that seed, but you don't want a big desert, then let's move on to number 25, which is this circular savanna biome, completely surrounded by a huge badlands biome. Yes, you're seeing this right. I love how this savanna biome is just a circle surrounded by, like I said, literal millions of blocks of badlands in every single direction that you look. Big mountains, huge ravines, and different things like that. Now, coming into the middle of the savanna biome, on Bedrock Edition, you'll also find a village and a nether ruin portal, which is right by your spawn. And then coming all the way over here, there's also a large sky exposed cave, so you can quickly get the resources that you're gonna need. But for real, this would be your view 360 degrees around you. And check out the bird's eye shot. This would be the perfect building location. If it's badlands that you like, then number 24 will be perfect, once again with literal millions of blocks of badlands around you. Featuring a ton of 200 plus block tall mountains, water ravines, caves, open area, and so many more things. I just can't show this whole badlands biome in one video. Oh my gosh. Number 23 is this cute little meadow that is surrounded 360 degrees by some icy mountains. I think this would be such a phenomenal building location. First of all, the views around you are perfect. You also have a ton of trees on the top there for wood, and a bunch of flat space in this meadow to build. But if it's not meadows you like, let's move further in this direction to this 200 block tall mountain. Now, this has some stony and icy peaks at the very top there, with some snowy taiga climbing down the sides, and then also a large taiga ravine that runs right between the two mountains. Overall, a really good looking seed, and one that I recommend you guys check out. Now, if you didn't notice, this seed has a lot of forest. So with that, let's move on to forest seeds. Right before we do that though, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And let's move on to number 22 with an oak forest. And this seed is not very complicated. It's pretty simple, which honestly is one of my favorite parts about it. Now, I know you guys are in this section for the oak forest, but looking behind this area, wow, oh my gosh. Spaces to build, tons of forest, big mountains, some with lava falling down the side. And of course, if that's too complicated for you, you can come over here to this cute little oak forest. Load up number 21, come to the coordinates in the top left, and you're gonna find one of the most beautiful birch forests I've ever seen. I think this place would be a great building location, especially considering the 100-block tall mountains that are scattered with birch trees. Now, of course, this all leads to that nice little central pond with a little birch island in the middle. Now, coming just outside of that area, you can see that this birch forest also extends all the way over into another mountain range over here with a variety of different structures and areas that you're going to be able to explore. Similar to that last seed, once again, this one is nothing really special, just a cute little birch forest with a lake, but honestly, that's my favorite part about it. Number 20 also has a nice birch forest, but turning around, we're here for the dark oak that is right behind you. Now, you're going to spawn on this nice little meadow island with a bunch of forests nearby, including a jungle, another birch, spruce, and pale garden, and that dark oak right over there. Now, moving further in this direction towards this really nice snowy mountain, coming in between this little water ravine, dropping all the way down, you're going to find the most beautiful lush cave opening that you can ever imagine. And this thing, it's literally exposed to the outside. Now, if you go deeper into this cave, you're going to see that it is over 120 blocks tall with a bunch of deep, dark, massive lush cave roofs, lava, and so many other things that you need to explore. Now, hopping over into Java Edition, you're also going to find a village in this meadow, and as well, coming down into this cave, there is an exposed mine shaft. How cool is this? Number 19, a pale garden forest. Check this thing out. It looks so crazy. What's super cool is that you spawn right outside of this pale garden forest, so you spawn in and you're already here. Also, this might look cool. However, if you hop over into Java Edition, there's a mansion right in the middle of this thing as well. How cool is this? Moving from pale gardens to cherry blossom trees for number 18, this seed has so much to offer. Now, first of all, you literally spawn right there, so you don't have to travel at all to get over here. As well, if you haven't noticed, surrounding you 360 degrees are these nice snowy mountains that are over 100 blocks tall, giving you perfect views from all angles. Now, of course, in the middle here, there's also a village with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blacksmiths in it. What are the chances of that? And then looking up there, you're also going to have a pillager outpost watching the entire thing. I mean, oh my gosh, this seed has so much to offer. What more could you possibly ask for? For number 17, we have jungles, and this one is an island. A full jungle island that is over 2,000 blocks long. This thing is awesome. So first things first, the main part of the island, look how densely packed this island is with so many jungle trees. You will literally never run out. Now on the outskirts, you've got a tiny bit of land, but not a whole lot. And then mixed in there, you've also got some jungle temples, caves, melons, and a bunch of other things that you can check out. And on top of all of that, you spawn on this island, making it a survival island and one of the best ones that I've seen in a while. Now, if you hate islands and you want the complete opposite, then welcome to practically the Amazon rainforest of Minecraft. This jungle biome is huge and has every type of jungle too. Sparse jungle, regular jungle, bamboo jungle. It's got mountains, it's got cliffs, it's got caves. It has literally everything that you could possibly ask for in a forest seed. I mean, flying around here, it just keeps going. Like for real, there's so much jungle here. It's literally the Amazon rainforest. Okay, one more jungle seed for number 15. This one is completely different from the other two that we just saw. Now, this bamboo jungle climbs up the side of this 150 block tall cliff. And some of this generation is so wacky, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Now, aside from the fact that this whole area is absolutely littered with a bunch of bamboo, look at this. Floating islands, floating blocks, and weird exposed caves. This whole seed looks so cool. Okay, so there were 3 jungle forest seeds. Let me know down below which one you guys like the most. And now let's move on to number 14, a taiga seed, and they really don't get much better than this. Now, coming to the coordinates in your top left, first of all, you have a nice little spruce island here with a circular water moat around it. Then you've also got a nether ruined portal, a village, and a pillager outpost all in this one area. Now, moving further in this direction, you're also going to find an old growth spruce forest, and you can see how big these trees are, along with some snowy taiga all the way up there at the top. So this seed has 3 different types of forest. a beautiful building location, and 3 separate structures. What more could you possibly ask for? Oh wait, I know what you could ask for. Number 13, which has every tree type we've just talked about right in this one location. Snowy taiga, pale garden, spruce, dark oak, birch, regular oak, and pink cherry blossom trees over there in the distance. That's about it. That's all I really need to say. A bunch of trees in one area with a cute little building location in the middle. This seed could be really useful for getting every wood type super early on. Now, the only thing it is missing is a jungle, but that's only 800 blocks away, which honestly isn't too far. All right, so that's every forest seed that we have on this list. And once again, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. Now, let's move on to number 12, this mega snow seed. And I promise this is just the beginning. You're gonna wanna see this whole thing. Now, this is the only snow seed we have on this list because it has every type of biome and so many things to explore you're not going to need to see anymore. Now, to start off, you've got a nice little meadow area down here with some huge 200 block tall mountains surrounding you. Now, moving further in this direction, this is where all the fun begins. Now, starting off here is this huge snowy taiga. Look at this thing. It goes on forever and ever with so many areas to explore. Over here, you're also going to find a decently tall mountain. And if you follow this forest into the non-snowy parts, it's going to take you to a really nice taiga forest with a cool lake cutting between 2 mountainsides. But of course, you guys are here for the snow, so let's move from the snowy taiga over to the snowy plains. And similar to the taiga, this plains is massive and has so many different areas that you can build and explore. I mean, look at this thing. It goes off into the horizon so far away. It's pretty flat, but has a couple nice hills, mixed in villages, and some little ice rivers down here as well. Now, if you keep moving in this direction, you're also going to find some ice spikes. This is a smaller biome, but is surrounded by a frozen river and continuing snowy plains. This snow seed does not stop. Okay, guys, I've flown over 1,000 blocks already, and I'm still surrounded by snow. More taigas, more ice rivers, more ice spikes, more plains, a bunch of different types of structures. This is the ultimate snow seed for your world. All right, now let's move from snowy seeds to water seeds. With number 11, this lake in Bedrock has a village and a big sinkhole in the middle. And in Java, it has 2 villages stretching across the lake. Now, this thing looks super cool. I'm going to show you guys Bedrock Edition because I love the centerpiece of this entire thing. A sinkhole that goes all the way down to lava, with a village literally living life on the edge. Now, of course, looking around this lake, you've got 360 degrees of mountains, plains mountains, some cherry blossom trees, and some caves exposed to the side. Now, this lake in the middle here is over 300 blocks long, and add on top of that the plains hills and the cherry blossom trees. This is overall a really good water seed to start off. A frozen ocean seed for number 10, and this one is over 4 million blocks of ice all around you. Now, this whole seed is fit with a bunch of different types of mountains all around you, as well as shipwrecks and a bunch of monuments underneath the ice as well. Now, there's just too much seed here for me to show you all in one video. Let me know down below if you were able to explore all 4 million blocks of this ice ocean. If you want something a little more unique than that, check out number 9, and there is a lot going on here. Now, if you load up this seed, you're going to find a pillager outpost village and a desert temple sitting over top of an ocean monument. None of these structures should be sitting on top of the water, and this ocean monument shouldn't be in such a small part of this ocean. It's also cool because this area goes down to Y level -54, and part of the monument is extending all the way down here as well. This whole seed is so wacky. Moving on to number 8, you spawn on this nice little survival island. Now, this thing has some beach on the side with some oak and birch trees in the middle, and then also a rocky beach over there and a nice little pond. However, looking around this island, you're going to find a huge warm ocean with a ton of coral reef so close by. And when I say a ton of coral reef, I mean a ton of coral reef. This part of the ocean goes on for millions of blocks. So yeah, a small island that you spawn on, added on top of a huge coral reef ocean. I mean, it literally keeps going. This thing is crazy. And with that, the water seeds are now done. Let's take things underground for number 7 with this really beautiful lush cave. And this is just the beginning of this seed. Let's actually start on the outside where you've got a nice ocean with a bamboo jungle, desert, and a badlands biome. However, if you come into the side of this mountain, you can see this lush cave is fully exposed, or partially exposed, because it's kind of blocked by all of this bamboo. Nonetheless, fly inside and you're going to find one of the biggest lush cave biomes you have ever seen. Now this thing goes for thousands of blocks and extends all the way down to Y level -50. The more you look around, the more you're going to find. This seed is absolutely incredible. Now that's all I'm going to say about this seed, because once again, where would the fun be in showing it all to you? You're going to have to load it up and try it out for yourself. Number 6, moving from lush caves to dripstone caves, and I promise you this right here is just the beginning. So first of all, you've got some dripstone down here. You've got a really densely packed dripstone cave here. However, what gets cool is when you leave this cave. Now it's exposed to the sky in multiple different places, so it's easy to get in and out. You'll notice you are at the base of a 150 block tall mountain. Now follow that mountain down and you're going to find a village halfway up, and then also all the way down here, which is sitting over top of some more exposed dripstone cave. Now coming over to this village blacksmith, you're also going to see a jungle temple that is mixed in with all of it. And that is quite literally just scratching the surface. These dripstone caves, there's so many of them and they go really, really far down. Pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that seed not deep enough for you? The number 5 should be perfect. Now hold on. This is not the coolest part. It's a small dripstone cave, whatever, boring. What gets exciting is when you walk in this direction and you see this 165 block tall cave. One wrong step and you are not making it out of here alive. I mean, for real, look at this. It's exposed to the sky. You could fall all the way down into this lava pit and deep dark, which by the way is at Y level -54. And for real, like, this cave just keeps on going. Look at this. It has to be one of the most open caves I've ever seen. And of course, no good cave is complete without a perfect ancient city. However, this one is half in this wall. Look at this. The portal is literally completely cut off by the side of this. What is going on here? Now, on top of that, there's a bunch of spawners nearby, some floating mine shafts, and a trial chambers. And on top of all of it, take a look at this cave. If you love caves, this is the one for you. All right, taking things above ground again for the final 4 seeds that I couldn't quite find a category, so they are just going to be other. Starting off with the mangrove swamp. Now, nobody actually wants to live in a mangrove swamp. We all just like the look of it, which is why I think number 4 is the perfect seed. Now, as you can see in the middle here, you've got a large plains biome, and this will give you plenty of space to build. Now, of course, like you can also see, there's a village in the middle for resources. And like I mentioned, you're surrounded 360 degrees by this mangrove swamp, which looks absolutely beautiful. Honestly, there's not even much more I need to say about this seed. Overall, just a really cool location, and I thought it was cool enough to make it onto this list. For number 3, if you love mushroom fields, this one is perfect for you, as it's over 4,000 blocks from end to end. Now, normally I'd say something like, this field is 10 million blocks, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how many blocks are here. Like, for real, you can literally just fly around forever, and I've never seen a bigger mushroom field. Like, I don't even really know what I'm supposed to say about this, but it just keeps on going forever. You've got nice little ponds if you want to build there. You've got plenty of mushroom trees. You have caves, ocean monuments nearby, and check out this bird's eye view. I mean, what the hell? This is crazy. Seed number 2, my favorite type of seed is mountains, and it really does not get much better than this. You spawn right by all of these, some of them peaking at Y level 270. And once again, I don't even really know what I'm supposed to say, but look at this. Huge cliffs, big ponds, a lot of space to build, but of course you're surrounded 360 degrees by absolutely huge mountains. This area looks incredible, and this is just the start. Coming up once again to a bird's eye view, you can see all of these mountains stretch for tens of thousands of blocks with different biomes, caves, and just so many different places that you can explore. And coming in at number 1, how could we forget about the Nether? This is gotta be one of the best Nether seeds I've seen. Assuming you make a portal around your spawn, you're gonna start off with this. You spawn right on a nether fortress besides a chest. This chest has 2 diamonds, so that's a pretty good start. But also, looking over here, you also have a bastion that is literally colliding with this nether fortress. And there is so much loot that you can get here so early on. Now, on top of all of that, you've also got a warped forest, nether wastes, a crimson forest all the way back there, a basalt delta, and a soul sand valley, all within 1,000 blocks of this area. With that, if you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And as well, I'd recommend checking out one of the videos on your screen right now for even more great content. In today's video, we're going over 10 brand new Minecraft seeds that you have to try out for yourself, featuring 150 block tall mountains, crazy structures, perfect circles, and 7 more of the best new seeds. But first, seed number 10, which has 6 different structures all on top of each other. This seed has a village, a desert temple, a nether ruin portal tucked in the middle, with a pillager outpost, and then all the way up here is a shipwreck that is floating half on the side of the pillager outpost. This looks so weird. And then coming underneath the surface, you're also going to have a trial chambers. So that is 6 different structures, 5 of them up here on the surface, all stacked on top of each other. I mean, what are the chances of this? And on top of all of that, there's even some coral reef on the side over here. That just makes the whole thing look so much cooler. Seed number 9 is without a doubt one of the most beautiful building locations I have ever seen. I mean, oh my gosh, look at this thing. Now, in the middle here is a large icy peak mountain that peaks at Y level 230. And it has a village riding up the side, which I think picked literally the perfect building location. Look at the views that they have in front of them. Now, looking around that center mountain, you're going to find a ton of plains, giving you enough space to build for literally whatever you want, with cherry blossom trees and a bunch of even taller mountains around all of that. And what I love about this seed too is there are mountains all around you. It's not just one side, they surround you 360 degrees. Moving on to spawn survival islands for number 8, this one spawns you on the top of a 120 block tall cliff island with a village that is literally hanging over top of the side, living life on the edge. And honestly, some of them took it a little too far. Look at this, one villager's house is floating down here, and some of the path blocks even made it all the way down over top of the water. And one of my favorite things about this cliff island as well, other than the fact that you literally spawn on top of it, is that the cliffs go all the way around 360 degrees of cliff. This is so funny. The other cool thing is there's a little bit of snow over here, but most of it is plains, and you don't have many trees. I believe the only tree on the entire island is going to be this one in the village, so you're going to have to break this and grow more if you want to live here for a long time. And underneath of that island, you're also going to find a trial chambers that you can explore. So yeah, cliffs, spawn islands, villages, other structures, and so many other things. It really doesn't get much better than this. Well, that is unless you're playing on seed number 7, which spawns you at Y level -48 over 120 blocks underneath the surface. And as you can see here, you spawn right beside some diamonds. So this time you don't even have to search around. You spawn right beside them. Now, the biggest problem I see with this seed, first of all, is you don't have any items. So I don't really know how you're supposed to mine these diamonds. And secondly, how do you get out? Like, you don't have any blocks. You're surrounded by mobs. I have no idea how you're supposed to escape this cave. If you are able to get out of it, you're going to find some nice plains and hills that you can build at and a nearby village. But now you have a new problem. How do you get all the way back down? And also, how are you not subscribed yet? Leave a like and subscribe to not miss any new seeds found by the community. Seed number 6 is about 10,000 blocks away from spawn, but if you're willing to make the travel, you're going to find a really cool building location. Now, there's a nice little crater here with a village tucked right on the inside. I mean, there's a little bit climbing up the side of it, but most of it is down at the bottom of the crater, with half of it being snow and half of it being plains and meadow. And I just love the way this area looks. And what I love about this seed too is this snow and plain split keeps on going. Look over here, and it is a ton of snowy plains with mountains and so many different places that you can explore. And then looking in the other direction, it is the complete opposite. It's plains without the snow, with a bunch of lakes and hills. This area is so cool. Seed number 5 has one village island, a second village island, and a third village island all in one area. This is so cool. Now, my favorite part is every one of these islands are not only all desert, but they're also all uniquely different from the last. Now, this first island over here does happen to be the biggest island. It's got the village floating over top of the water and a cool little lake cutting through the middle of it too. Now, the second island over here is just a little bit smaller. This village is fully on the desert this time. As you can see, most of the island is over here, but then there's another lake that cuts between it with a little bit of land over here as well. And of course, the third desert island is this one. And of course, it is the smallest, but honestly, the coolest in my opinion too. Now, the village is literally the entire island. Now, I mean, there's a little bit over here, but compared to the other ones, this village takes up most of it, and it's all floating over the water. This is so cool. Oh yeah, and to make it even cooler, the whole thing is surrounded by a ton of coral reef. Check this thing out. Oh my gosh, it looks insane. Oh yeah, and one more thing, if you come underneath of this island, you're gonna fall all the way down into a stronghold, which I think is super cool. You know what else is cool? An ancient city portal mixed with a nether ruined portal mixed with a stronghold portal. However, if you can see, you're not really going anywhere with this because part of the deep dark has literally broken the end portal frames. What are the chances that not only did they all spawn in the same area, they all spawned right on this center portal, which I believe was also broken, or maybe not. I'm not actually sure. Okay, no, this wasn't broken, but still cool. All three of these portals spawning in one area. And like I mentioned, you literally can't get to the end portal here. So I don't really know why you'd want to come here, but I still thought it was cool enough to put onto this list. And also, if you did want to explore the ancient city, you're going to have troubles with that too, because the stronghold generation has just created a huge chunk of random blocks right in the middle of it. Okay, let's move on to something you might actually want to try for number 3. This is one of the craziest spawns ever. Now it spawns you right here in front of these max height 170 block tall spruce mountains. This is crazy. And coming all the way down here, it really gives you a good idea for just how huge these mountains are. And my favorite part is that is just the beginning of this seed. Now, just coming a little bit higher and looking around, you can see all of the really cool generation around this area, the different biomes, the different mountains. There are so many things that you could do here. Like, for example, this hill that you spawn in front of makes a really cool spruce ravine that cuts between it and these mountains over here. You're also going to find villages with plenty of spaces to build, pillager outposts, and so many more biomes off in the distance. And coming up here to a bird's eye view, it just puts into perspective how massive this seed is. There's no way you're going to be able to explore it by yourself. I mean, for real, look at this and tell me it's not literally the most perfect building location ever. In the middle here, there's a ton of plains for you to build, and then 360 degrees, you're surrounded by these max height mountains. And moving further in this direction, you're also going to find even more ravines, more mountains, villages, and honestly, if you love mountain seeds, this is the perfect one for you. I can't show it all to you in one video. There's just too much. More mountains here for number 2. And this one, once again, is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. And the best part is you literally spawn right here, so you don't have to travel at all to get here. Now, these icy peaks that surround you are over 120 blocks tall and surround a huge cherry blossom forest, which looks super cool. But my favorite part, once again, is that is just the beginning of this seed. Now, moving over in this direction, you're going to find a second mountain circle here with a completely different inside. This one is going to have a lot of meadow with some oak trees. And then some of the mountains will go all the way up to max height as well. This is so cool. And honestly, the coolest part is they're literally right next to each other, and they create a really cool plains ravine that cuts between the two of them. Now, if for some reason you don't want to build in either of those circles, you're also going to find a ton of plains giving you flat area to build, and some cool villages that are climbing up even more mountains. Now, right before we get into number 1, I wanted to bring you guys an honorable mention because I just thought this seed was pretty funny. Really quickly though, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases just like this one. Now, for the honorable mention, as we all know, Minecraft is made of blocks. Everything is a block inside of the game. So here is a circle, and it's not just a circle, it is literally a perfect circle. Look at this. From block to block, the entire thing, it couldn't get more perfect, and it is all naturally forming, which is the coolest part. You also spawn right beside it here, so whether you want to make it a pool, a hot tub, whatever you want, it's a natural circle in Minecraft. You kind of have to try it. For seed number 1, you gotta love Bedrock. It's once again one of these, and oh my gosh, they just keep getting weirder. So what do we have here? Well, of course, there's a mansion in the middle floating over top of the water somehow, sitting on top of a village. Now, looking on top of that, there's this pillager outpost that stretches over 190 blocks into the air. This thing is crazy. And if you haven't already noticed, there's also a shipwreck. Well, what are you doing there? How did he get up here? Like, for real, this has got to be one of the worst or best captains I've ever seen. I don't know. Is it worst or best? Let me know in the comments below. And on top of all of that going on over there, there's also a nether ruined portal under the water over here. And by the way, if I didn't mention, this lake here goes down to Y level -54. None of this stuff should be here, and honestly, I love the way that Bedrock generates these seeds. If you enjoyed these seeds, make sure to check out one of the videos on your screen right now for even more just like these. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. Welcome back, everybody. Today we have 20 new Minecraft seeds that you need to try out for yourself. Some of these seeds are absolutely crazy, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Starting off strong with number 20, and the second you load up this world, you're going to be greeted with the most beautiful building location ever. So of course, in the middle here is this 600 block long meadow island. Now this has water moats on both sides, and then of course beside that is some really nice cherry blossom forests. And then coming all the way over to this side over here, you also have a village that is sitting at the end of one of the water ravines. Now that's only one of 20 seeds on this list, so make sure to stick in there till the end. And let's move on to number 19. All right, I've finally gotten all my gear. I'm ready to fight the Ender Dragon. I just need to find the end portal room. Where is... Oh yes, here it is. Okay. All right, let's go and... What is this? What the hell? So yeah, this igloo is sitting at Y level -25 underneath an ice river with a village on the top. Now, if you come inside of this igloo and then you go down to where the villagers would normally be, you see it cut straight through an end portal room, which is crazy. But the best part, if you come all the way down here to the bottom, it also extends below the bottom of the world. This is crazy. Look at this. You can even stand and live down here. Just try not to fall. Number 18 will spawn you right in one of the best spawn locations I've seen in a while. Ignoring all the structures over here for a second, looking up at these mountains, they peak at Y level 250, and they're huge, surrounding you 360 degrees. Now on the inside, you have a nice meadow biome with tons of space to build. That also has a nearby village with a blacksmith in it for super easy resources. Then moving further in the direction of this pale garden forest, you're going to see a mansion and a pillager outpost all inside of this one mountain circle. I like to think this is some kind of a villager meetup. You've got the villagers, the pillagers in the mansion, and then the pillagers outpost back there as well. Add all of that on top of some beautiful scenery, and you've got yourself a truly one-of-a-kind seed. Taking things underground for number 17, this cave is absolutely huge and has so many cool things to explore. So first of all, ignoring everything else, there are ores everywhere on the ground. Look at this. Gold, redstone, lapis, and so many diamonds on the ground. Look at this. Just flying in this one little section, you can already see so many diamonds exposed to the sky. You can just walk down here and mine these right away. It has deep dark. It has lava. It's even exposed to the sky all the way over here. What doesn't this cave have? Now, right before we get into this monstrosity of a seed behind me here, if you're enjoying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. So first of all, this mansion is over 160 blocks tall and is sitting in the middle of whatever else is going on down here. So first of all, coming down to the bottom, you're going to have a village that's floating over top of the water, which is sitting over top of an ocean monument. I don't know why that's here in such a small lake. And if you'll notice at the very top here, there's even a pillager outpost all the way up here at the top. What are the chances of that? But there's another one, because if you turn around, you're also going to see a jungle temple down there at the bottom. Then looking around those structures, you're also going to see a ton of floating islands with water that flows all the way down to the bottom. And keep in mind, all of this, what's going on, is in one small lake in the middle of a jungle forest. I mean, what even is this seed? Number 15 is the most insane structure seed I've ever seen. More insane than that last one. Are you ready? 3 spawners. Four spawners. All connected. 4 spawners in one small area. What are the chances of that? But wait, there's even more. Because if you come through this wall over here, you're gonna find 3 more spawners that are all connected to each other. And wait, there's even more. Because if you come to this wall over here and you break through it all the way over, you're gonna find an 8th mob spawner. 8 mob spawners, all in one area. What are the chances of this? This is crazy. Ignoring all of the mobs for a second, can you imagine how much loot you would get at this seed? 8 chests worth. That's crazy. But hands down, the craziest part out of all of it is that every single spawner can be activated by standing in this one spot, and 7 of them are zombie spawners. 7 of them are zombie spawners. This is crazy. Natural ice racetrack, baby. So yeah, Seed 14 spawns you at the craziest natural ice racetrack I've ever seen. I had a lot of fun drifting around in circles, and I'm sure you will too. Switching it back to some more practical seeds for number 13, this one once again gives you an absolutely gorgeous building location. So as you can see in the middle here, there's a nice meadow island, which I think would be perfect for building a house. Then you have a nice circular moat of water protecting you from all sides. And then of course, a huge cherry blossom forest around that. Although I think my absolute favorite part is how you don't have to light up very much space here because this water moat is going to protect you from mobs everywhere else in the world. And while I'm saying that, my mind is starting to wander. One of you guys should build a bridge from here connecting all the way over to the other side. That would look so sick. Seed number 12 is very similar to that last one, but this time it has much more space to build. Once again, in the middle here, you've got a nice meadow island, but this time in a long oval shape with a nice oval moat around you of water. Again, like I said, similar to that last seed because it also has cherry blossom forest surrounding all of that. I love these ones because if you decide to build in the middle, no matter which way you look, you're always going to have a beautiful view. Number 11 speaks for itself. Take a look at this seed. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. Now these mountains all the way at the top peak at Y level 280. Are you kidding me? Then moving your way down the mountain, you're gonna have a ton of forest, which leads you down to this central pond. This would be a great place for a lake house with literally perfect views surrounding you. But that's not all. This seed has so much terrain around that one area, which would also be great for exploring or building your house. Now we're only halfway done this video and there are still 10 incredible seeds left to come. Really quickly though, if you're enjoying, again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. For seed number 10, I don't really know how this mansion got down here, but it's in the middle of a cave and it's burning to the lava. So if you want to explore, you probably want to get here pretty fast. I mean, for real, it's literally inside of a cave. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. How does a mansion spawn down here? Although I think my favorite part about all of it is the mansion had this entire pale garden forest to spawn, and it chose this one tiny cave right here. That's so funny. Now my question to you though is, do you think you'll be able to clear out this whole mansion before the fire clears you out? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm gonna keep number 9 short for you guys. This desert temple spawned on top of a village. Yeah, pretty crazy. But on top of both of those things, if you come underneath of them, you're also going to find a nether ruined portal. What are the chances of this? Okay, I hear you. You want a seed that's super interesting, but not way over the top? Well, here you go. Number 8 is just that, and it'll be perfect for you. No crazy structures, no crazy biomes. It's literally just a nice plain circle. I guess it's meadow over there, but most of it is plains with a couple rivers and caves on the inside. Now, if you look around that circle, you're also going to find a ton of different biomes and villages that you can also explore. Number 7 will spawn you right behind this weird cliff thingy. I don't even really know what to call this. But looking at the top, you can see there's a single villager's house all the way up here. Literally one villager's house. There's no other villagers in the area. And if you come below that, you're also going to find a desert temple in the side of the cliff underneath the villager's house. This whole seed is so wacky. The second you load up number 6, you'll be greeted with not 1, but 2 mansions in one area. Look how close they are to each other. Now, in between those two mansions, you're going to have a ton of dark oak and birch forest, a bunch of beaches and rivers that are cutting through all of it. And then all the way over here, you also have a plains biome if you want somewhere nice to build. Overall, a really cool seed with a lot of action right away. Seed number 5 has a nice icy cliff, nothing too special until you look at the top. Yeah, so this pillager outpost is acting as some sort of lighthouse or watchtower for something, I don't really know what. But what are the chances that it spawned at the top of this cliff? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And on top of all of that, look at how many pillagers there are up here. What do you guys think they're guarding? Now, I think a really fun challenge could be hopping into survival mode up at the top here and trying to survive. Because, oh my gosh, there is no way that you have literally any chance of surviving this. Oh my gosh, what? So yeah, this seed is absolutely wild. I have no idea how it ended up like this. Seed number 4 spawns you on this weird floating island cliff thing. What even is this? Now, first things first, as you can see, there's a nether ruin portal up here as well. However, there's a village all the way down here at the bottom, but a couple of the villagers got their house all the way up here at the top. I mean, they literally have the most perfect view you could ever ask for. So honestly, yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say other than I can't imagine a better place for those villagers' houses. Wow, this floating island is so cool. Seed number 3 has 1, 2, 3, 4 villages, one in every corner of this circle or edge of the circle, side of the circle. I don't know, but either way, this seed looks so cool. There's a near perfect plain circle in the middle here that is completely surrounded by a ton of snow biomes. And like I mentioned, 4 separate villages inside. This would be literally perfect for playing with your friends. But since I know you guys are lonely and you don't have friends, this will give you all the loot you're gonna need right off spawn. I'm just gonna give you guys a second to take this seed in. Absolutely beautiful. All right, this video is getting long enough, so I'm gonna speed up number 2. You spawn right by some of this crazy generation. What am I even looking at here? You literally spawn right there beside this 200 block tall cliff thing. And if you keep going this direction, there is so much more. This cliff is near vertical. What even is this? I don't even really know what else I need to say, but just wow. This thing looks so weird. The generation on this one, crazy. All right, one really quick honorable mention right before we get into the final seed. This one I actually found just by playing the game. This area is pretty simple. You've got a nice plains area, but I like how you have a couple small mountains surrounding you that kind of create a square, and this would be a really cool place to build. It's also got 2 villages and a pillager outpost nearby, so you won't have any issues with resources early on. Then coming all the way to the coordinates in the top left, you've got this really weird slice in the side of the world. I thought this cave looked super cool because it makes this look like a floating circular island. Pretty cool. And finally, number 1 is 2 end portals right next to each other. Now you do have to fill in the eyes by yourself, but I just thought it was super cool how literally all you have to do to get to another stronghold is break through a single wall. And the portal rooms are touching. What are the chances of this? That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And as well, I'd recommend checking out the video on your screen right now for even more epic seeds. Oh wow, an underwater igloo. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, and the carpet's already broken. I can go straight down to the villagers. Wait, are they not loaded? What? You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, when you load up this seed at these coordinates and you go underneath the pillager outpost village and the nether ruined portal, you're gonna find an igloo at Y level -54. If you come inside of this igloo and down to where the villagers would normally be, you see it extends below the bottom of the world, making one of the deadliest seeds in Minecraft, and that's only one of 20 on this list, so make sure to stick around till the end. I want you guys to let me know how you're planning on getting down from this 150 block tall mansion. That's right, you spawn right on top of this thing with no real good way to get down, and I think the only way you're gonna get down is by going through the mansion, so good luck not dying. It's time to start my new 5-year hardcore world. Okay, let's do this. Create. Yes, got it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be back and we can start right away. Okay, I'm back from getting... What? Yeah, so believe it or not, both of the seeds you're seeing on screen right now will kill you before you even start the game. Yeah, those are pretty dangerous. And this seed looks pretty cool too, so definitely worth checking out. Okay, Bedrock was being stupid. I'm gonna try my luck in Java and see if that works better. Oh, okay, this seed is cool. Okay, I'm liking the look. Oh, yeah, Mom? Oh, one sec, guys, I'll be right back. So yeah, you guys get the picture. This seed is also gonna kill you if you do nothing right off the start. When you load up seed 14, you're gonna be greeted with a really interesting terrain area to spawn. I'm not even sure what to call this, but this is the least cool part about this seed. Because if you come over to here, you're gonna see a massive sand wall with pillagers? Let's see what's going on here. Keep following this all the way up to the top, and you're gonna see a pillager outpost sitting right on top of a massive desert temple. This thing looks so insane. So not only is this desert temple 80 blocks off the ground at Y level 150, but it also has a bunch of guards and a pillager outpost on top of it. I don't know what treasure they're hiding inside of there, but I'd want to find out if I were you. Seed 13 has the most dangerous stronghold because it's protected by an ancient city. Look at how cool this looks. You can see the end portal spawned literally right beside the main portal. And with all these skulk centers around, it risks the warden spawning and killing you before you can even get to the end. On top of all of that, if you fly over in this direction, you're gonna see the smallest mine shaft I have ever seen. Look at this thing. What is going on here? The basis for number 12 is very simple. Load up the seed, head to these coordinates, and you're gonna find a trial chambers with a monster spawner, but not one, two. And look at this, they literally spawn directly on top of each other. And you can see on top of all of the trial chamber mobs, there are a ton of zombies and spiders here that are gonna make your life so much more difficult. I mean, for real, they're so perfect, even the chests are perfectly lined up. This thing looks so cool. Seed 11 spawns you in almost 2,000 blocks away from 0-0, which is crazy, because if you guys didn't know, the game tries to spawn you as close to 0-0 as possible. But that's not even the crazy part though, because if you fly over to 0-0, you're gonna find a normal monument with a ruined portal on it that automatically suffocates one of the guardians inside of it and kills it instantly. Look at this, this is so cool. It literally spawned directly on top, and this guy's gonna die to the nether rack. Now I could help him out, but he's caused me enough mining fatigue problems. He deserves this. That's 10 deadly seeds done and 10 more to go. So make sure to stick around to the end. And if you're enjoying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. This pillager outpost is perfectly at 0-0 and is floating over top of the water with nothing else in sight. Now, unfortunately, you used to spawn on top of this pillager outpost, which would make for one of the coolest survival islands ever. But Mojang changed this so you no longer spawn on the top. It would still be cool though if you flew over here in creative, turned your game into survival, and tried to beat the game. There's not even any land nearby. I have no idea what you would do here. Real quick, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss any new seeds found by the community. Oh, you thought this seed was done? No. Because if you come to the actual spawn of this seed, you're gonna find multiple desert temples and desert villages for you to explore. An exciting start for number 9 as you spawn right in the middle of an exposed dripstone cave filled with mobs, and there's a village mixed in with the dripstone. This thing looks so cool. I'm not even sure if this can be considered a cave, but it does have dripstone cave on the ground, which honestly looks really cool with the village. Plus, they have a little pool over here. I love this seed. Seed 8 spawns you at Y level 200 on the second highest platform on this. I don't even know what to call this, but there's a village going all the way from the very bottom all the way up to the tippity top. Talk about living life on the edge. I mean, this guy up here literally could not have picked a better place to build his house. Check this out. This is so cool. To be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a villager living life so close to death all the time. This guy's got balls. This massive 25 million block large mushroom biome has over 30 ocean monuments surrounding it. That is absolutely crazy. Now there are a ton surrounding this area. However, if you want an easy one, there's one right here in this center lake as well. Honestly, I don't even need to say much more. This mushroom biome is absolutely massive. And like I said, 30 ocean monuments around. I would highly recommend checking this one out. I'll keep seed number 6 short for you guys. You spawn on top of this 140 block tall mansion. right on the top of it. That's so cool. Now this one isn't as dangerous as the one earlier in the video because it does have water all the way at the bottom for you to jump down into, but I still thought it was really, really cool how this mansion is kind of just surrounded by a bunch of other floating islands. Seed number 5 spawns you at Y level -51, and this seed is insane. You spawn at the bottom of a massive cave. Instantly, you're walking around a bunch of skulk sensors, a ton of mobs, and a huge lava pit. It's not all bad though, because you do have a beautiful lush roof and it's exposed to the sky, which is so cool. And that's actually how you ended up spawning all the way down here. Now, I'm not really sure how you guys are planning on escaping, because if you haven't noticed, we're at the bottom of the cave and there is no wood anywhere. So good luck getting out of here. And I mean, come on, look at this place. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh. If you can survive, of course. Oh my God. Oh, what is this spawn? Oh my God. What the, whoa! So yeah, that about sums up how this seed is gonna go. Let me know if you guys are able to do any better than I could. You spawn all the way up here on this ruined portal, right beside a 150 block tall pillager outpost. First of all, I don't even know how you're expected to get down. And second of all, how do you get down before the pillagers kill you? Good luck with this one, because honestly, I don't know how to escape. Now, if you guys are enjoying, make sure to subscribe to not miss any of the new seeds found by the community. With that, let's get into the top 3. Okay, stick in here with me for number 3. Not only do you spawn on top of a desert temple, that is crazy for 1, but for 2, if you end up going inside of this desert temple, it looks pretty normal until you dig below the TNT. Ready for this? Oh my gosh, what is going on here? So a huge cave that if you accidentally broke down, you would fall straight into a huge lava pit. Looking right here, you can also see there's a ruined portal that's fully floating over top of this lava. On top of all of that, there's a massive lush cave roof, and the cave is exposed to the sky. There's honestly just way too many things in this seed for me to show you in this video, so you're definitely gonna have to check this one out if you wanna see it all. Wow, I haven't played Minecraft in forever. Okay, let's load up a world normal. I like that. Let's see what we get here. Okay, wow. What the? What? Oh, what is? What? So yeah, that about says everything for this seed. Y level 237. This igloo is over 170 blocks off the ground. Now, as you guys know, there are villagers all the way up here. I don't know what these guys did to deserve this treatment, but oh my God, it must have been something bad. But the thing that I want to know though, first of all, how did you guys get up here? And second of all, how do you get down? Like seriously, where do you go? And finally, at number 1, you spawn in at Y level -21 on the center portal of an ancient city. How much more dangerous can you get than this? I mean, literally, you spawn right here. There's no wood around you, nothing except for the mobs below and I guess the chest loot, but it only does so much for you when you almost die from fall damage trying to get down. So yeah, honestly, what more do I need to say other than I literally don't even know how you're gonna get out of this seed. I mean, it is exposed to the sky, so maybe you can build up, but you don't have wood. You spawn right here. Good luck, guys. Villages with 5 blacksmiths, rare structures, and some of the craziest spawns you've ever seen. Those are just 3 of the 25 most overpowered seeds in Minecraft 1.21+. Trust me, you won't want to miss the final 3 seeds. But first, number 25, which is... Okay, no. Number 25, which spawns you in on the center portal of an ancient city. That's right, it spawns you at Y level -21, and that is just the beginning of this seed. If you fly into the massive cave right in front of you, all the way over to this pillar and open up this chest, you're gonna find a pair of diamond leggings, and mine happen to have protection 4 and mending on it. Then if you look over here, you're also gonna see an exposed dungeon with 2 chests inside, and this overlooks the entire cave, making for a really cool look. What's cool about this cave too is if you find the right path, you're actually able to make it all the way back up to the surface, but I don't really know how to do that, so good luck exploring this huge cave. Now, if you thought that seed was crazy, they only get better from here, like number 24. In the middle of this pond close to spawn, you have a mansion, a village, a pillager outpost on the water, a fully intact beached shipwreck up here, and then multiple floating islands with water flowing over top of it all. Now, more and more of these seeds are popping up every single day, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them, and I'd also watch till the end of the video to see 2 more just like this. Seed number 23 has 3 separate structures at it right when you spawn in. You once again spawn in a cave with a couple villager houses here, and looking down to the cave, you can see it has a lot to explore. I definitely recommend checking that out, but first, you're going to want to come over to this pillager outpost that extends all the way from the bottom of the cave up here to the surface, and following it up to the top, you can see a massive ruined portal up here as well. Continuing upwards, you're going to find a bunch of really cool water pools climbing up the side of this mountain. Coming up to the top of the mountain, you can see it's a beautiful ice circle with some of the villagers on the side and inside of it as well. What makes this seed so cool is the 3 structures, the massive cave, and the huge mountain right at your spawn. Seed 22 has 7 blacksmiths at it. Let me take you around. First of all, you spawn in at a normal plains biome, but walking forward, you find a village with 5 separate blacksmiths at the one village. That's crazy. Right behind that, you have a mountain with a cherry blossom forest up top and a pillager outpost inside overlooking the landscape. Heading further in this direction, you're going to see a lot of open land with cherry blossom trees on both sides, and this village has 2 more blacksmiths at it as well. All of the beautiful landscape nearby with the 7 blacksmiths right by spawn is the reason that I love this seed so much. If you load up seed 21 and travel just over 10,000 blocks, you're going to find 3 desert temples, 2 desert villages, a pillager outpost, and a desert mansion? Look at this thing. It's stuck in this sand wall, which made for a really cool extra feature. As you can see, if I fly into this mansion in this sand wall, there's actually a fossil inside of the mansion. What are the chances of this? So not only do you get a ton of loot from all of the desert temples, villages, and pillager outposts, you also get a really interesting location for a mansion. There's not even any dark oak forest around, which is why I think this seed is so funny. Number 20 would be a great place to build as you spawn right near this incredible looking seed. A pond surrounded by dark oak forest, surrounded by a huge ring of pale garden mountains. This thing looks so cool. There's really only so much I need to say about this seed. I mean, just look at it. It looks incredible. I really like the look of the pale garden on top of the mountains. However, if you want the pale garden on the center, then check out number 19, which, like I mentioned, has the pale garden forest in the middle, this time surrounded by some really cool jagged icy peaks. I love the contrast between the gray from the pale garden and the blue and white from the snow. This seed looks so cool. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Wait, what the? How did I get stuck in a hole? Wait, this reminds me of seed 18, which spawns you at the bottom of this 1x1 hole that is 14 blocks deep. Okay, I know this might not be one of the best seeds, but it was just too funny not to put on here. Seriously, how do you escape this seed? I don't even know where to go. Seed number 17 is another funny one that isn't necessarily the best, but I thought it was good enough to put onto this list. What is going on here? It's just a random stick of a bunch of terracotta blocks. I don't really know what you're supposed to do with this seed, but I mean, there's a village nearby, so you could probably build a nice house around this area. I mean, for real, there's no other biome around it. It's just sand, plains, and then this. Seed number 16 once again spawns you in a cave, this time at Y level -31, and this cave is also exposed to the sky. Just like in previous seeds, this one is absolutely massive with a ton of lush cave on the roofs, a bunch of lava, deep dark, and so many other cool things that you should definitely check out. Check this out. If you jump down this cave, you're gonna fall over 120 blocks all the way down to the bottom. And if that wasn't cool enough, in Java Edition, there's a massive floating mineshaft here too, that just makes the whole seed 20 times cooler. Now there is still 15 incredible seeds coming up, and you definitely don't want to miss them, so don't click away just yet. If you're enjoying the video though, make sure to subscribe for weekly seed showcases. Number 15 has a bunch of normal biomes around you, except for this. I don't really know what's going on here, but let's take a look. All right, so we've got just a random beach in the middle of this savanna biome with a fully intact beach shipwreck on it, and a savanna village right beside that. I honestly couldn't even tell you what's going on with this seed, but I just love the way that this biome is just planted in the middle here with that fully intact beached shipwreck. I mean, this thing looks awesome. Look at this, so cool. Number 14 spawns you on a cute little spruce forest island with a bunch of floating islands nearby and a mansion underneath those. Yeah, check this out. It looks like the mansion completely split the ground and shoved all of those islands up into the air. I mean, seriously, they're literally right over top of this mansion. This looks so cool. Now, if you look just a couple hundred blocks away from that area, you're also going to find a large nether ruined portal floating completely over top of the water. This is a really cool survival island, I guess I can call it that, with floating islands, mansions, and nether ruined portals, which is why it made its way onto this list. Nothing special for number 13, but I'd still think you guys might like it. If you decided to load up this seed, you're going to find a large ice spikes biome with a regular snow biome in the middle with a village inside of that. Now, on top of that village, if you come underneath of the surface, you're also going to find a stronghold down here too. Now, traveling further into that ice spikes biome, you're also going to see a mushroom field here that is completely surrounded by this frozen ocean and looks super, super cool. So like I mentioned, not a whole lot special with this one, but I still like the snowy plains, the village, stronghold, and the mushroom biome. Seed number 12 would be the perfect seed for any massive projects that you guys have planned. It's got a huge plains biome in the middle, giving you tons of space to build, but it also has over 200 block tall icy peaks surrounding the entire thing, giving you plenty of privacy while you're building. Running around the inside here, it gives you a good perspective on how big these peaks really are. It'll give you plenty of protection from the outside world, so as long as you're safe in here, you're gonna be totally okay. Just a few hundred blocks away from spawn, overtop some coral reef, seed 11 spawns you near 2 floating desert temples, and look at all of this loot that you can get right away if you play this seed. What's cool about these desert temples is they are almost perfectly in line with each other, completely floating over top of the water. This is so cool. If you decide to play seed number 10, you'll be greeted with a huge ice circle, and that is just the beginning. Come down into this cave on the edge, and you're gonna have a lot to explore down here, but first I'd recommend flying through this gap. You're gonna pop out and see a large plains valley that cuts right between 2 massive mountains. And when I say massive, I mean massive, with some of them peaking at Y level 256. I love how over the top this seed is right away. I mean, you have 2 huge 200 block tall mountains, one of them with snow and stone, the other with a bunch of snow and ice. Of course, you also have that plains valley cutting right down the middle, which just makes the whole seed so much cooler. This valley keeps going on forever, and these mountains are absolutely massive with so much to explore. You will never run out of things to do on this seed. Number 9 spawns you on a normal looking island, but the cool part is when you look at the 2 islands near it, as you can find a plains village and a spruce village over here on this island. Flying over to the Plains Village Island, you of course have the Plains Village, and then some oak trees, a savanna biome, and then also a really cool oval cave in the center. Now heading over to the Spruce Island, we of course have that Spruce Village with the Spruce Forest, and coming underneath the surface there is a large lush cave down here as well. If you decide to play seed number 8 and take a short boat ride, you're going to be greeted with this huge mountain cliff survival island thing. I don't even know what to call this, but it is super cool. Let's get right into it. So like I mentioned, to start off, you have these massive cliff walls surrounding the entire edge of the island, except for this side over here, which gives you pretty much a perfect staircase into the center of the island. At its peak, this island reaches Y level 244, and that is just the beginning. It's filled with a ton of different biomes and a lot of caves. And if you decide to travel in some of those caves, you'll be greeted with a large, deep, dark biome underneath the island. Honestly, this seed is just so cool. I don't want to spoil the fun for you guys, so I'm going to let you try it out for yourself. Similar to number 8, number 7 is another weird mountain cliff survival island. I'm not sure what to call this, but this one is arguably cooler than the last one. As you can see, this thing is pretty much completely hollowed out, so you're able to fly straight through the middle of the entire island. On top of that, it's got a lot of lush cave to make it look even prettier. It also peaks at Y level 160, making it over 100 blocks tall. Oh yeah, and if that wasn't cool enough, in Java Edition, there's an outpost on the top of it as well. This looks so cool. Yes, you're seeing that seed correct. Number 9, that's all you have to punch in. Come to these exact coordinates and head down inside of this, and you will see 3 chests stacked on top of each other. Now, I'm not going to show you what's inside of here. You're going to have to check the seed out for yourself to find that out. The intact beached shipwreck right behind me isn't the cool part of this seed, but this, a survival island with a cool mansion on it. I love this thing. It's really cool because the mansion takes up most of the island. It actually takes up more space than the rest of the land does. Okay, are these pillagers on steroids? How tall are they? How are they getting up to the staircase? For real though, I'm pretty sure this mansion takes up more space than the rest of the land around it, which is pretty freaking cool in my opinion. For number 4, a nice ice lake with a floating village and mansion. Nothing too unusual for Minecraft Bedrock. Okay, there's a pretty tall outpost on top of that. I wonder if there's anything else. That is crazy. Look at this. A mansion, a village, sitting on top of an ocean monument with a massive pillager outpost and floating islands on top of it all. Earlier in the video, I told you there'd be more seeds like this one, and I hope the wait was worth it. This seed should not disappoint you. First of all, why is this mansion floating on the water? Secondly, why is there an ocean monument so close to the land? And third, why is this monument over 150 blocks tall? Man, nothing makes sense about this seed. Well, you might think seed number 3 spawns you up here. It actually spawns you all the way down here. In fact, it spawns you at Y level -51. This cave is insane. Huge lava pools, deep dark the second you walk forward, and a massive lush cave roof. Now, I'm not really sure how you're planning on escaping this seed because as far as I'm aware, there's no wood, a ton of mobs, a bunch of diamonds, but I don't really know how you can mine those because you don't have wood to mine the iron to get the diamonds. This seed's confusing. Let me know down below what you're thinking. And right before we get into the final seeds, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to not miss any new seeds. Let's get straight into the action for number 2. Floating in the middle of this ocean, you have a desert temple with an outpost sitting right on top of it, a nether ruined portal in the ground, and you have a village. 4 random structures in such a random location sitting randomly on top of the water. Yeah, that's a lot of randomness. I have no idea what's going on over here, but I like to imagine that this pillager outpost is guarding the safe valuables inside of this desert temple. Can you get all the loot? Now, if that wasn't enough for you, if you head over to this nearby land, you're also going to find 2 nearby desert temples and a desert village. So yeah, this really is the seed that just keeps on giving. Pretty cool. I'd recommend checking it out. Right before we get into the final seed, a quick honorable mention for number 2. I just love the way this one looks. It is a huge lake giving you plenty of space to build literally whatever you want, with some really nice mountains circling the area. Now this lake goes all the way down to Y level -33 and has over 20 diamonds exposed to the air. Can you find them all? Okay, seed number 1 is another one of those really weird structure combinations, but it gets way weirder than this, so just stick in there for a second. Again, of course, you have the floating islands with some water that doesn't flow down until you get close enough to it. It also has that mansion sitting over top of the water with a sinkhole, a village underneath that, and a beached shipwreck all the way up here. However, this seed gets even more weird, and the way that it gets more weird is by logging out and logging back in. Notice how the mansion is on the ground right now. When you decide to log out and then log back into the seed, what is going on here? So, about a billion different things can happen. What ended up happening in this world is only specific parts of the mansion decided to just skyrocket all the way up here to the top. I don't even know what's going on here. What's cool, however, is the more you do this and the more worlds you try it on, every single time this mansion, once you reload, loads in differently. So I don't really know what's going on with this seed. It is super, super buggy. Why is most of the mansion down here and then a lot of it up there? Why does it only happen when you leave the game? I don't know what's going on, but this is definitely a glitched seed that you guys need to check out for yourself. If you enjoyed those 25 seeds, subscribe for weekly seed showcases with all the best seeds found from the community. If you have a seed you want me to showcase, you can send that in the Discord below, and I hope you have a great day, evening, or night. Today, I have 17 new Minecraft seeds that you need to try. In this video, you'll see huge structure clashes, multiple floating islands, and crazy biome generation. But first, seed number 17, where you can find a village sitting right beside a large sinkhole. This thing is 92 blocks deep and leads right into a huge lava pit. Both of these are sitting in this massive lake with a huge circle of plains and cherry blossom trees surrounding that. I love how this seed not only gives you the resources to start off early, but also the space to build, and it has a cool centerpiece. If you come just outside of that circle, you'll find a floating pillager outpost too. Unfortunately, this seed is pretty flat, so if you want a better view, check out seed 16's 137 block tall desert temple. And that is just the beginning. At the bottom of this tower, you can find a small village with a nearby double chest skeleton spawner. Moving up to the top, you can see a few villager houses somehow made it all the way up here. And if you walk to the front door of the temple, you'll see a villager's house was cut in half by the temple, leaving behind the perfect front door inside. If you notice the obsidian on the wall, break it to find a ruined portal inside. This seed has a lot going on, so let's slow it down a little bit. Seed 15 has a nice peaceful vibe to it. Right when you spawn in, it greets you with a beautiful cherry blossom forest. It's filled with super deep caves to explore and plenty of animals for early on. This forest is surrounded by a snowy mountain range, which in my opinion makes the perfect cozy vibe. You're secluded from the outside world, it's just you with some pink trees protected by snowy mountains. If you dare to venture out, however, you'll find a nearby village and 6 different tree types: cherry blossom, oak, spruce, dark oak, birch, and pale oak wood. Seed number 14 has 4 floating desert temples right when you spawn in. It's crazy how just recently a similar seed was found, and now this one too. When I loot all 4 of the temples, I'm able to get a lot of loot. Like a lot, really early on. Oh, you thought that was it? No. That's just the beginning. Travel to the closest land and you'll find 3 separate villages on 3 shores. There's also a pillager outpost and another desert temple over by village number 3. Let me just add this to the loot collection real quickly. There we go. Keep going in this direction and you'll find 2 more villages and 2 more desert temples. After looting all of those, keep heading in this direction for another village and another floating desert temple. There is so much loot in this seed, I can't even pick it all up. This is 100% a must try for infinite early game loot. We've already seen a lot of cool stuff today, but now let's take it underground. The surface on number 13 already looks super cool, with lush cave exposed to the sky. It's also really cool how this cave travels up the side of the mountain. Travel under the surface and you'll stumble into a beautiful cave, with a huge lush cave all over the roof and a big floating mineshaft inside. This cave is super open, so building down here will be super easy once you clear all of the mobs first, of course. Man, this would make a beautiful lookout for an underground lair. If you're too claustrophobic for caves, however, let's go to islands, where seed number 12 gives you everything you need to survive. 2 types of wood, animals, and a weird block thing. Oh yeah, and it's 138 blocks off the ground. That's right, this is actually a floating island. Damn, they even have a walk the plank over here. That's so funny. What do you guys think is the best way to get down from this one? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, wait, this is super cool. It even has a hole right through the middle of the island. You could totally make a glass floor or a cool trap. Okay, let's go back down to sea level and take a look at these 2 kissing structures. It's funny because neither of these structures should be anywhere in or near the water. So the fact that they're literally touching is so funny to me. They're just best buds going for a swim, I guess. Do you think you can loot this temple without dying to the pillagers? Maybe the pillager outpost is an extra layer of security. Oh my god, that's it. They must have extra loot in there. It has a moat of water and a watchtower. Will you take the risk? Seed number 10 has a small village in a large plains biome, but it gets exciting when you look closer. This village cuts right through a small pond with a path leading from one side of the pond to the other. Maybe this is their fishing spot, or even their fishing house. In that tiny pond, however, an ocean ruins decided to spawn as well, clashing 2 structures in this one small area. It has 3 chests hidden within it. Can you find them all? The jungle's hidden paradise, spawning you in a very normal looking bamboo jungle. Run around and eventually you'll find this random beach biome with 4 separate structures crammed together. First of all, why is there a random desert biome with no other desert nearby? Secondly, this small biome has a pillager outpost, village, ruined portal, and a desert temple in it. It's like if somebody didn't understand world generation, so they just took a bunch of random structures and placed them down here. Also, this temple is stacked. Look at all this loot you can get right away if you try this seed out. Jumping back into another crazy cherry blossom seed for number 8, this one would be an incredible place to build a home. Not only do you have plenty of space to build in this middle area, but you're protected by a moat of water and surrounded 360 degrees by some beautiful cherry blossom trees. I feel like sometimes Minecraft handcrafts specific locations because there's no way this was naturally generating. It's too beautiful. Now, if you're not a fan of the warm environment, however, let's take you somewhere colder. Ice biomes are boring, but ice circles in other biomes are super fun. This circular snow biome was planted directly in the middle of this swamp biome. But trust me, that's just the start. Running around, you'll see a village and a pillager outpost are in the middle of this circle. If that wasn't enough, you can see an igloo tucked back here, and if you try to make it to the villagers below, you'll be stopped by netherrack? That's right. A ruined portal cuts this ladder right down the middle. Not only are these villagers 30 blocks in the ground, but they have netherrack covering their escape and guards on site. I wonder what heinous crimes they committed to get locked up in such a secure location. Let me know your thoughts down below. Speaking of which, below the seed is a trial chambers. It's never ending. Now, if you want a bigger ice biome with an even crazier start, check out seed number 6. You spawn right near the top of this 171 block tall mountain? I don't even know what to call this thing. If that wasn't cool enough, a village covers the whole thing. It's at the bottom, climbing up to the middle, and all the way at the top. This generation is wild. I mean, just flying around this thing, and every side is so unique and different from the other. I also love how you can venture deeper into the cold or quickly leave with the plains biome nearby. Personally, if I lived here though, I'd take this house at the top as it's got the best view by far. Peaking at Y level 233, this high up you can almost see the structures in seed number 5. A pillager outpost and a village are floating in a huge pond, surrounded by a beautiful circle of plains and trees. It's funny because neither of these structures should be here, and the fact that there's literally a village path to the front door of the outpost is so funny to me. Being right near spawn, this seed gives you all the loot, beauty, and space to build that you need. If you search the desert in number 4, you'll find 2 villages and 2 desert temples right by spawn. Man, I swear there was more around here. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. 143 block tall desert temple, with a village not only at the base of the temple, but also above the temple and below it, with a single house in this cave. If that wasn't enough, a ruined portal also spawned in the temple legs. Wait, that's funny. It really does look like it has legs. Bro, I swear the temple was right here. What do you think? It just grew legs and walked away or something? Oh, okay. Seed number 3 spawns you just a short swim away from these 2 village islands. I love these seeds, and I swear the community finds more every day. 2 separate villages on 2 separate islands, practically connected to each other. What I love the most about this seed in particular, however, is this island, with not only a blacksmith, but also enough plains biomes to build without having to remove a lot of the villagers' houses. Not much more I need to say really, just a chill village island seed to slow down a fast-paced life. Now let's speed up your fast-paced life with the most unusual structure combination that you would never expect. Not only did this mansion spawn floating on the water with no dark oak biome in sight, but it spawned on top of an ocean monument. What are the chances of this? 2 of the most rare structures spawning on top of each other, floating in the water. This mansion shouldn't be on the water, and this monument shouldn't be this close to the shore. So the simple fact that they are touching in this location is what makes this seed incredible. However, if you want to take it 10 steps further, then welcome to seed number 1. This is a nice looking lake. Let's add a large ruined portal, a floating village. Let's throw a mansion on top of that, and then screw it. I want massive floating islands over it all. Yeah, you're seeing this right. I honestly don't even know what to say here or where to begin. A village and a mansion on top of each other, covered with the water from huge floating islands above, with a big ruined portal nearby, all in the middle of this lake with cliffs and different forests around. Yeah, wow, this is 100% a must-try seed. It's funny too because the villagers clearly tried to build all the way up here, but couldn't quite figure out the logistics of getting the resources up. Oh, by the way, did I mention the fully intact shipwreck in the top island as well? This seed is full of weird things. The longer I look, the more I find, making it perfect for your survival world. We're posting weekly seed showcases like this video, so if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to watch this outro, but if you are, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.